Hey everybody, I'm going to be going in just a second. I just need to get your feedback on audio. Feedback on my feedback. Is it too loud? Is it too quiet? How does everything sound? I'm going to go ahead and get the rest of this set up in my YouTube channel real quick so that the portrait mode and horizontal mode are working with each other, are being nice, are playing well. We don't want them to be mad at each other and get into a fight or whatever these kids do nowadays. So we're going to be on in just a moment, but please let me know how everything sounds. Listen how chill this is. I just found some like chill music. Borderline too chill. We're going to find out if this is going to be too chill, though. Now, here's a question. There it is. Can I change the thumbnail? No. Why would they let me make changes on the thing that I want to change? There we go. How's everybody's week been? Hope you had a good week. I am chilling today. I had a pretty long week. We'll talk about it soon. It wasn't a bad week necessarily, but I've been getting like a lot of anxiety, like a lot of this week, way more than I'm used to. And I don't really know why. I mean, I always get anxiety, but I don't know. This week's been a little different and I don't really understand why, and I'm trying to figure it out. But you know what doesn't give me anxiety? For some reason, makes no sense, honestly. Honestly, it should give me anxiety. But for some reason, it does not give me anxiety to crochet along with you guys and read a live stream and crochet and do all this stuff at the same time. This is fun. Maybe it's just the silence that gives me anxiety, or the lack of a project, or something like that. I don't know. We're going to figure it out together. We're going to get crocheting in just a second. We do need to vote also on which character we are making today. There's a poll on the YouTube channel. Here, I'll put it in the links right now. Vote on the Dino here. There you go. So that's going to be where we're going to vote on what the vibe of the dino is going to be. There we go. Put it in both. And then I need suggestions on what kind of dino to make from that vibe. So we're going to be going through that all in just a second. There we go. So now we have the horizontal version in the portrait mode chat pinned. So if you're watching it portrait mode, we are also in this horizontal, and that's where we're going to probably be doing the majority of our voting and stuff like that. So if you want to vote, I highly suggest changing over to the horizontal mode. But you don't have to. You can do whatever you want. I'll be looking at the chat for both of them. So you're good regardless. But I think we're just about ready to rock and roll. One moment. There we go. I just want to make sure I can read the chat. Hope you guys have had a good week though. There we go. We'll just scoot this over. Is the music too chill? Maybe. Sound in general is too quiet, says Nutty Giraffe. Here, I'll turn up the background music a little bit. Is that a little bit better? Let me know. And where's the vote gone to so far, by the way? Let's see. Okay, it's pretty much set in stone what we're going to be making. Haha, that is a pun, and it wasn't even meant to be a pun. But we have 470 votes. Wow, that's a lot of votes. And I think that's probably enough for us to decide on what we're making. All right, well, let's stop dilly-dallying and get hooking. I'll start with the face. Hey everybody! As you can probably tell, I am chilling today. I'm feeling way more chill. I just had like a stressful week, but not for any reason for it to be stressful, to be completely honest. It was like a pretty chill week. I think the reason I'm stressed is because I didn't get as much work done this week as I wanted to. I really wanted to finish up the lily pattern from last week and get on the website, but I'm really, really sorry. I was up till like 5 a.m. working on it, and I just totally wasn't able to finish it, and I'm really sorry. So I'm going to try to get that up as soon as I possibly can. There's a few of them that I need to get up, actually. So there's also like the little mini crab pattern, and a mini dinosaur pattern that I wanted to get up too. So hopefully I can just get my butt in gear this weekend and just get like 3 patterns on the website. I kind of don't want to like flood the website with new patterns, so I'll let you know via email what I do. But today, let's stop talking about that. Let's talk about what we're doing today. Today we're going to be crocheting some dinosaurs. It's International Dino Day, which is a thing apparently. Now I didn't know International Dinosaur Day was a thing, but apparently it is. So we're going to be celebrating today with some dinos of our own. If you have joined the streams before, you'll know that we really like these dino live streams. We like to make some weird stuff. We've made, I'll show you the ones that we've made in the past. But I'm excited to see what else we can create today. And, oh man, I had something about dinos that I wanted to tell you. My brain is still coffee-less, so we'll coffee and let's just switch to the hands and get hooking. There we go. Look at this beautiful setup I've made so we can show off some of the dinos that we've made. So we've been making a lot of these dinos in the past. There are, hey, I'm live. We're live on Tina's TV. Hello, Tina's TV. Hi, chat, by the way. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining. You can switch. You can do it on your phone or on the your desktop. Roni's on the portrait mode. Okay, sorry, I'm getting distracted. We make dinosaurs here sometimes, especially on International Dino Day, and sometimes we make them really classic, like this kind of dino. But sometimes we make them really weird, like this dino here. This is Natasha the Bibliosaurus. We made this on a live stream once. We've made Rosa here, the pterodactyl, before. And we've made this little mushroom Stegosaurus, which was really cute and fun. We made this really cool 90s inspired plesiosaur with a mullet inspired by Zoe, our moderators in the chat. By the way, shout out to the moderators in the chat. Hello, Zoe. Hello, Cooper. Thank you so much for being here. If you are here, I think you're here. I think I saw you in the chat. Thanks for being here, guys. Appreciate ya. All right, so, sorry, Mr. Camera. Let's get these guys out of the way, and let's get talking about what we're going to be making today. What did I just say? You know what I said. I said, today we're going to be crocheting a dinosaur, and it's based on your votes. You voted for an archaeologist, so we are making an archaeologist dinosaur. Now, what does that entail? I don't know, because we need to figure out what kind of dinosaur to make. So I think if we're making an archaeologist, we probably want, we want someone that can wear a hat. That's going to be really important because we're going to need a fedora and maybe even a whip. So we need a fedora, which means we need a dinosaur that has an empty head. Not an empty head, but it can't be like a triceratops, because a triceratops can't really wear a hat. Unfortunately. Sorry, Triceratops. It's going to be hard to do a Stegosaurus as well. We could, technically. I think the dinos that are the best for an archaeologist, probably maybe something with with arms too. So I'm kind of thinking a raptor, a T-Rex, a brontosaurus, or maybe a pterodactyl. I think one of those 4 would make the most sense. Does anybody have any strong suggestions in the chat? You know what, let's just go ahead and get a poll going as I talk about everything that you need to get crocheting with us today. So let's start with this. What dino should we crochet? So should it be a raptor, a T-Rex, what were the other ones? A brontosaurus, or a Pterodactyl. I'm open to any of those. I think a raptor maybe fits best for what I'm thinking in my brain, but honestly, I'm totally open to suggestions. So we'll go ahead, we got that poll going now. Go ahead and vote now in the chat. And let's talk about all the things that you need to get crocheting along with us if you want to make something as well. So we're going to be using all worsted weight yarn in 100% cotton today. It's my favorite kind of yarn to use for amigurumi, which is what I specialize in. And because of that, we're going to be using a size G 4mm crochet hook. Now you can use any kind of hook that you want that works best with your yarn. So if you want to make it with chenille, sorry, I'm sneezy. If you want to make it with chenille yarn, you want to use a bigger crochet hook, maybe a size like J. But you can totally make these dinos with any kind of size yarn that you want. Outside of the yarn, you're going to need the safety eyes. We're probably going to be using 6mm safety eyes today, which looks something like this. It's kind of mixed in with 3 printed teeth that I've made, which I can talk about later in the stream as well. You'll also need some stuffing and some scissors for cutting stuff, which I need to grab. They're right here. Outside of those things, you'll need a darning needle for sewing in hard to reach stitches, something else that for some reason I don't have right here, which is rare for me, but I got one right here. And it's green, perfect color for dinosaurs. Yeah, so you're gonna need all those knickknacks, paddywhacks. And then the last thing that you're really gonna need, this is the thing that you're gonna need probably most, is the pattern. Now, I have a very special thing that I wanted to tell you guys about today, which is that all the dino patterns that are designed by me are available on the website today for free. So I decided to make all the patterns free so that if you wanted to crochet along with me today, you could crochet any of the dino patterns for free. You can find them all at clubcrochet.com/dinos. There should be a link in the description down below. If you just go to the website, you will need a free account to access these patterns. And please let me know in the chat if you're not able to access those patterns. They should work, but you do need to have a free account on the website to access them. But yeah, they're all free. You can find them right here at clubcrochet.com. If you're on the portrait mode, it's right up here. And yeah, that's the main thing you're gonna need is the pattern and the yarn and the materials and all that fun stuff. Okay, so the last thing I want to talk about today is how you can support this channel before we call the vote for which dino we should crochet. And again, we're voting right now between Raptor, T-Rex, Brontosaurus, and Pterodactyl. So go ahead and vote as soon as possible, because we're also going to need to choose colors and things like that. Now, I might kind of make some executive decisions on colors today just to like speed things up, but obviously I need your opinions and thoughts as we go. We're making an archaeologist, so don't forget. So think about that. He's going to be wearing a lot of browns and stuff, so because of that, the color of the dino probably want something that's contrasting to that. So maybe like oranges, or not oranges, blues maybe, or maybe cyan, maybe a green. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the chat. Okay. If you like what's going on here and you think it's really cool and you want to support this channel and you think that we should keep making stuff, well, there's a few ways you can support us. The first is the free, cheap, easy way, which is just like this video down below, subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell icon so you don't miss when we come out with new videos. We do new live streams like this every week, Fridays, 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Sometimes I change that up, but usually it's that time. And you can get notified of those by just liking and subscribing down below. If you want to support us monetarily, well, aren't you just the sweetest little thing? I do appreciate you. I do. If you want to support monetarily, that is really cool of you. There's a few ways you can do so. Probably the best way to support monetarily is with the Club Crochet membership. Members get early access to future patterns. They get access to the exclusive library of tutorials. They get an untangle credit so they can untangle any patterns on the website. They get discounts on the website, and you can get all of that with the Club Crochet membership. They start at only $5.99. You can get a free trial, see if it's something you're interested in, and if you don't like it, you can cancel it at any time. You can learn more about that at clubcrochet.com. From that website, you can also find all of our patterns, our kits, our merch, everything we got there. We've got a whole bunch of patterns and kits, including a giant Land Before Twine kit that makes, I think it's like 10 dinosaurs, and a volcano bag to go in, We also have a bunch of fun games and stuff on the website. We have a fun game called Lava Run, which is a dinosaur board game that I designed where you actually help a dinosaur escape a volcano and you can crochet your dinosaur. So the dinosaur that we're making today can be a playable piece in this game. They each have special abilities and stuff too. It's really, really cool. I highly suggest you check out Lava Run, and it is on sale today. I decided, let's just also make Lava Run on sale. So Lava Run is on sale for 10% off this weekend. So if you want to get that, honestly, it would be a great way to support this channel, but it's also a really, really cool game. I highly suggest you get it. Yeah, thank you to everybody who has got it in the past. The last thing that I want to shout out is is our new project that's coming out this September, which is going to be a new book and a new game. They're called Crochet Goomies. You can learn more about it at thegoomies.com, just thegoomies.com. Goomies spelled with 2 O's. And what we're doing today is everybody that has pre-ordered the book, we're adding little coins to this bottle. And when this bottle is filled up, we're going to give away one of the things that I've actually crocheted, a character from the book. Now, we have a few people that have supported pre-ordering the book between now and last week. It wasn't that much, but I think there was like 6 or 7. So I think we should add some new coins to this and give those people shout outs. So I believe, let's see, what was last week? Last week was the 8th. So since then, all right, so we had someone that canceled their order. All right, it looks like we've got, hold on, I need to open this. We got 1, 2, we only have 5. 3, 4, 5. And that is A-okay. I totally understand. As time gets closer and closer, you know, they told me that pre-orders will slow down as the book gets closer. And I was like, okay, that's good to know. Cyprian! Thank you. Cyprian? Thank you so much for the support. Let's add a button for you. We're going to add this cool little button. Wow, that is a cool button. This could be a helmet for like a goblin or something. We got Rosanna, thank you so much for the support. We got Celia, thank you. We're gonna give you this cool disco ball one. Honestly, this might be one of the coolest buttons I have. I don't know what to do with it yet. Maybe it's like a shield. It could be like a cool shield or something. Or eyes. Oh my gosh, this could be really cool eyes for a creature. Okay, anyhow. That's Celia. We got Tammy. Thank you so much, Tammy. And Nicole. Thank you, Nicole. Oh my gosh, Nicole actually texted me this week and said that she wanted me to remind her, but I guess I don't have to. Thank you so much, Nicole. If you decide to pre-order during today's live stream, I'll do you a favor and we'll put in more than one for you. And if you're here during the live stream, I'll put in an extra button for you. So give me a shout out if you've already pre-ordered the book and you're here in today's live stream, and I'll add a smaller button for you as a bonus to say thank you again. So just go ahead and give a shout out in the chat if you're here and you already pre-ordered the book. Okay, is it better that you order it through Amazon or for Club Crochet? If you order it through Club Crochet, it's definitely better, like no question. I'm just gonna be completely blunt with you about like how much money like it financially benefits Club Crochet. So if you buy it from Amazon, I think I get $1 after it has already made like a lot. After I've sold like so many copies, I'll start getting $1. So basically I get nothing from Amazon. I mean, I will eventually get things from Amazon, and Amazon, like it getting, you know, further and better in the library of Amazon, the better it is for like it selling to other people. But if you buy it through Club Crochet, I get $15 plus that $1 for whatever you like after I sell a certain amount. So that's why I'm always like, please, like if you're gonna pre-order or buy it through my website. I'm also giving special bonuses to people that buy it through the website. You get a special discount by buying it through the website. Yeah, it's by far the most financially beneficial place for you to buy it to support this channel is through the Club Crochet website. You also get added to this. I can't do this if you don't buy it through the website because I can't see who pre-orders things not through the website. So yeah, if you're considering supporting it, I mean, I'm happy if you just buy it anywhere, to be completely honest. It's on discount today on Amazon too, as like a pre-order discount for like, I think 10% off or something. So I understand if you want to get it through Amazon too. You also get that discount on the website. If you buy it through the website and have an account, you get a discount. But yeah, it's definitely the most financially beneficial if you buy it through Club Crochet's site, just to be completely frank with you. Hi, I'm Complete Frank. Okay, that is enough dilly-dallying. Well, wait, hold on. Now I gotta see if anybody in the chat had bought it and pre-ordered. Okay, cool. So Christina pre-ordered. We'll add this little one for you, Christina. We got Natividad. Natividad. I love the name. Look at this cute button. Oh my gosh, this button is actually like crazy cute. Okay, well that's for you. Anybody else? I know Cooper pre-ordered it, and I know Timothy pre-ordered it. Yes, it does count, Prisma. So go ahead and give a shout out if you had already pre-ordered it and you already got something in there. That's totally fine. Thank you for the heads up, Zoe. I'll turn down the music. So this is for Prisma. I think did I already do one for Prisma? Whatever. Here's another one for Prisma. Yeah, and just let me know. Feel free to let me know mid-stream, and I'll throw in another button for you if you're here and you've already pre-ordered it. Thank you so much for all the support, everybody. All right, well, let's get hooking and figure out what dinosaur we're making, which is going to help us a lot when it comes to which colors to crochet it. Now, again, we're making an archaeologist, which means we're definitely going to want browns, like no doubt. I think we need a beige. I said that kind of fun. We need a beige. We need a brown. Use brown. And this is going to be for like hats and stuff. We probably are going to want a darker brown, which I actually have some right here, for like a whip or something. We actually might want black or something for a whip. You know, archaeologists need their whip. And let's go ahead and end the poll. What did we vote on, you guys? What did we vote on? A T-Rex. All right. Okay. All right. I can vibe with a T-Rex. I can totally vibe with the T-Rex. Okay, hold on. Let me pull up the pattern real quick so I can remember. And go ahead and give us suggestions in the chat. Just chat suggestions. What color do you think would be fun with this T-Rex as I pull up the crochet pattern for myself? I'm thinking make like, I like the idea of a purple. I like the idea of a blue a lot, actually. I like the idea of a green also. So I'm kind of open to a lot of different colors. We're going to have to not give him a spikes along the back, but we can give him a little bit of a belly. Maybe. I don't know actually about the belly. We're going to have to see how that goes. But what do you guys think? So we got some people saying purple. We got Kaylin saying orange. Oh, by the way, Kaylin, I saw your thing about an email. I actually did not see your email. So I probably just missed it, to be honest. I have not been very good at checking my emails. Camo. My dad is in the chat and says he wants it camo. I do have a camo yarn that we could technically use, but I don't think it would look good. I think it'd be kind of messy. Just because the yarn specifically is it like camos when you crochet something big, not when you crochet something small. When it's small, it just kind of looks like off colors and stuff. Light green. Okay, and so does... Okay, so I'm thinking... I like light green. Purple is less conventional. I agree with that, Nativita, but the problem is I have done a lot of purple T-Rexes. That's why I'm kind of leaning not towards purple, is because purple... Like, I just have so many purple T-Rexes. Maybe it's just the Barney of it all, but I just got a lot of these guys. Ooh, he needs glasses and a clipboard more than a whip. I mean, why not all of the above, Prisma? Okay, well, let's go with, ooh, a light blue. You know, I don't think we've done a light blue at all. Dude, let's do, like, I have, like, a good, solid Club Crochet blue that I think would be fun. And we so rarely use this color. I don't know why, though, because it's, like, seriously one of the coolest colors that we have. Haha, literally coolest colors. Let's do it in this color. Let's do this blue as people have been requesting. And then we'll do some other customizations for colors and stuff as we go. And then the other thing I want to get going is I want to draw this out just a little bit, just so we have an idea of like what we're doing. So if we're making a T-Rex here, get out of my way, stuff. I need space for on account of drawing. All right, so if we got a T-Rex, you know, I'm just gonna draw the basic shape of the T-Rex, which is kind of like this, and then he's got little teeth, and then a little eyeball right here, and then a little nose, and then the nostril, and then there's the other eye somewhere around there, and then his body goes down like that, and then he's got a big leg, and then he's got little arms. Hey, that was pretty, you know what? For a little quick drawing, that wasn't bad. Now we want to archaeological this guy, you know, make him a little archaeologist. And I actually majored in anthropology, which is the study that you go into to be an archaeologist. So I have met my fair share of archaeologists, I will say. I think I have a little bit of expertise, not expertise, but I've got a little bit of knowledge when it comes to archaeologists. And so he needs a hat. That's what I'm saying. So I think he needs a fedora. I also just love crocheting fedoras for my dinosaurs. So we're going to do that. I think he needs a jacket, but the problem is I don't know if I want it to be like too... I think, see, here's the problem. Like, how much clothes can we realistically give this fella? Do we want to give him clothes? Like, does he want to have pants? I don't think so, right? I think we don't give him any pants, and we just give him a jacket that's like this. Maybe it's even built into the yarn, you know, like we actually just do color changes to make his jacket. But that way he's got like a little bit of a jacket. We'll maybe do like a layer over for the collar there. And then that way we can still give him his colorful belly in a different color, and that way we can have more color involved. And then I think he needs a side bag, you know, he needs a satchel. So we'll put that right here for right now. So that's his satchel. And that'll go around the back. And probably around the front like that. And then on top of that, I think he needs a whip. Or tools in general. We can add a bunch of tools into his little baggie there, but I think also maybe we just have like a little whip on the side too. That's my imagination for what we're making today. What do you guys think about that? Any feedback, any thoughts? A necklace with a shark tooth. I love it. I love it. Yes, that's a great idea. A necklace. I really, really like the idea of a necklace. We'll do it. Anything else? Sunglasses, maybe. Oh, glasses. That's right. We did talk about glasses. Let's see what that would look like. Honestly, actually, that is pretty cute. Adding glasses to him. I should write a kid's book and do the illustrations. Timothy, you are so ahead of me, dude. I'm actually getting ready to pitch ideas for another book right now, and that might be in one of the pitches. So I think that would be really cool too. Whips are fake news. What does that even mean? Okay, what do we think about that? Nerdy instead of Indiana. Okay, so I mean, we just get rid of that and he's nerdy, you know? Okay. Anything else? Anything else? A stick. Okay, like Tina says he should have a cat hat, a cat tail, and a stick. Don't like the idea of a cat tail or cat hat, but I do like the idea of a walking stick. A walking stick I think is really fun. So just like, I don't know, some kind of walking stick. I think that totally could be in the... He's kind of looking like the guy who made Jurassic Park. A little bit. Yes. Okay, cool. Let's get going. All right, so we're going to make him blue as our main color, which means we can probably just get started with the main color. And then go off of that. and then we'll start making the other parts. I mean, we're just going to have to ad-lib this as we go. Now, the pattern itself, I'm going to be working off of the T-Rex pattern. So if you're like, how are you crocheting this? That is the answer to your questions. I'm working off of the T-Rex pattern that is on the website. You can find it at clubcrochet.com/T-Rex or clubcrochet.com/Dinos. It's totally free, but I will say I am customizing it probably pretty heavy, which means that, like, yes, I'm using that as a base, but it's not going to be exact. It just won't. It's just the reality of the situation. So I'm going to do my best to make it, to explain, like, things as I go, but there's just my heads up. It will not be perfectly the same. It will be difficult. If you are trying to crochet this exact same thing as me, I'll do my best to try to, like, guide you along that pathway. I found a killer whale on the ground, but he doesn't have his knife. So is he even a killer if he doesn't have a knife? Does a killer whale even count if they don't have a knife? All right, well, let's get crocheting here. We're going to start by making the head. Sorry this took so long. Wow, we've gone 25 minutes without even crocheting. That's insane. We have a problem. We got some crocheting to do. I got some crocheting to do, I tell you right now. I believe we start like this. Yeah, that's a good start. Okay. All right, so I'm going to switch over that. Okay, so my week, I want to tell you guys all about my week. Now, I had a pretty good week. Our website developer, Jimmy, one of my best friends, and the person that does all the website stuff for Club Crochet, came over to hang out this week. So he was staying with us from Tuesday till yesterday. And we were just working and like we try to do this we really try to do it once a quarter, but just realistically it ends up being once every it's like twice a year maybe. But it's our way to, like, kind of, you know, go, okay, here's what we've done on the website, here's the things we want to do on the website, let's finish up some projects. We have just so many ideas that we want to make happen this year that I'm really hoping we can do, but it is going to be, I mean, you guys know how I do. I kind of shoot for the stars a lot. And so I'm not going to lie, with this book coming out and stuff, I was like, we have the opportunity to get in front of a lot of new faces this year, so we really want the website to be awesome, and I really want the, like, new features and stuff on the website that we've been trying to work on forever to be coming out. So we've got some pretty big projects going on. So it was, I don't think that's where the anxiety was coming from this week, to be completely honest. I think that was actually pretty cool. You know what, to be completely honest, I think that the anxiety this week was coming from one specific customer who was being very mean via email this week, and it was not helpful. Let's just go with that. It made it pretty tough. But that's over with. So maybe the anxiety will go away with that email going away. I don't know. Let's see, what else? Last week I made a garden out front with my mom and my dad and my wife. We made for Mother's Day, we decided to build out our garden in my front lawn. Actually, if you go to my Louis Loops channel, I did a video about it. Just a little short. I've been doing a lot of shorts on my Louis Loops channel where I show off a different crochet every day. I actually forgot to film tomorrow's, so I'll probably do that after this. But I've been showing off all of my little crochet critters. Anybody in the chat seen those? I don't know if anybody in the chat's seen them or not. I mean, some people probably have, but they've been on my other channel, Louis Loops, so I wouldn't be surprised if you didn't see them on the Club Crochet channel as much. But I'm really enjoying doing those videos. They've just been extremely motivating this week, you know? And so yeah, anyhow, one of them was showing off the garden out front that we were building. And my dad is actually helping make a gnome home right now to add to it. There is this cute little spot in the front where there's like the perfect spot for a gnome home. I mean, we built it that way, you know. But the idea was I really wanted to start adding my crochet out there, and I need my crochet to be, you know, I'm happy with it being on display. I don't mind too much if people come and they like mess with it or even steal one. Like, it won't be the end of the world because I'm only going to put my smaller crochet out there. But the thing I'm most worried about is weather. Now, I'm in Southern California, so weather's usually not too bad of an issue, but rain probably would not go well for these crochet pieces. So if I can get a way that these crochet can be kind of out of bad weather, or I can just bring them in whenever it gets really bad. I don't know. But it's such a cool lawn. I'm so excited. It's beautiful. It waters itself, so I don't even need to go out and like water it every day. It just does that itself. We built in a self-watering system. Oh my gosh, it was so cool. And honestly, wasn't that hard. We made it in like, I don't know, what was it, Dad? 5-6 hours? Pretty reasonable, to be completely honest. One moment. Hey, sorry, I meant to mute before I did that. But I missed the button. I'm so sorry. That's really gross. I'm sorry about that. All right. That's embarrassing. Okay. So we're just going to keep crocheting and ignoring that. I'm on round 5, by the way, of our T-Rex pattern. I've done the round... Oh, but you know what? We want to add nostrils. Nostrils. 4, 5, and 6. All right. Oh, how does it go with Jack Gurgle? A question from his biggest fan in the world, asks Tina. Jack Gurgle is doing just a diddly okay. He's actually in all the backgrounds of these videos I've been making. And, yeah, actually, I want to show him off in a future video. But I'm kind of waiting for the perfect opportunity to talk about Jack. Because I have a hard time talking about Jack Gurgle too much because I know people want the pattern. Because honestly, I want the pattern too. Because I want to remake this. But I don't have it yet. I just didn't write it down when I was making it. And I don't, like, I have so many things I want to work on that I just haven't had the time to write that pattern down. And so sometimes I have a hard time showing it off. Because pretty much every single other thing that I show off on anywhere, I have the crochet pattern for. But Jack, I don't have the crochet pattern for. I'm so sorry. But that unfortunately makes him sit up on the shelf in a bad way. And that's not fair to Jack. Poor Jack, out of the limelight. He doesn't like that. Okay. Where am I? Where am I? Who am I? What year is it? Huh? What? Oh, thank you for all the hearts. Someone is in from Brazil. Hello from Brazil is in the portrait mode live stream right now, giving a bunch of hearts. I appreciate ya. I appreciate ya. I'm trying to pull up the crochet pattern, but where did I put the tab? Right here. All right. This one. Ah, yes, we need to make an upper lip. Of course, of course. Okay. Sometimes I forget my patterns. 1, 2, and 3. And then we'll do front lips only. I'm also really excited. I meant to work on it more this week, but I just haven't had the opportunity to. I wanted to announce my upcoming new game, Battle Gummies, this week in a live stream and crochet along and blah, blah, blah. But I just didn't have the energy for it. Or the space. Like, honestly, I just have so much stuff to do. But I want to talk about it so bad. I want cards. Hold on. Wait, 1, 2, 3. How many am I supposed to do? 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Really? 11? 9? I guess so. That's 11? Yeah, okay. And then 8 more. Okay. I wanted to talk about my new game a lot this week, but I just haven't had the chance to. And what I really want to do is I really need to get prototypes made of this game, which requires some changes to the trading cards. I need to make some like pretty significant changes to the design of the cards just so that they fit in printing mode more. So it needs like borders to the cards and stuff like that. And I just haven't had the time to work on that. I also really need to get feedback. So if you want to try my game out and give me feedback, seriously, I've sent it out to a lot of people and I've gotten 2 people giving me feedback. That's it. So I really need feedback. So if you're interested in testing the game out, unfortunately, you do have to print it and play it right now because I don't have the digital version ready yet. Because we're making one on Tabletop Simulator, so it'll be a little easier for us to test it out. And, you know, to be fair, like, I've tested it out quite a lot myself. So I'm not too stressed about the testing, but I do need feedback. So if you are interested, please consider testing this game out. You can test it out by just emailing me directly. You can find me at louis@clubcrochet.com. Email me and say, hey, I'd love to test. There's also a direct link on the page on thegoomies.com. If you scroll down on that page, you'll find a little link that will email me directly and say, hey, my name's blah, 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 and I want to test. And then I'll send you all the test information out. But really, I need feedback like kind of as soon as possible because I'm about to do another like design of all the cards. And I want to add in new things into the game, but I'm afraid to add new things into the game until I make sure that the things that I've already added into the game work really well. So for example, I want to start adding items and like stuff like that. So new characters, but I need to make sure everything else is working first. Hey, the beginning of this dino is actually looking pretty good. I wonder if we should use our 3D printed teeth. Oh, dude, Takoyaki, that would be super helpful. And Kaylin, thank you so much. Yes, anybody that can test out, like, that would be really, really helpful. Okay, I think I'm going to go with 8, 9. Okay. Yeah, we're going to do these 2 rounds of single crochets. Actually, maybe just 1 round, and then we'll look at how we want to build our clothing for this T-Rex, because we want to add him, you know, we want our jacket. We want him to be wearing a jacket. You know what we could do? Okay, so I was thinking originally maybe we could make this jacket like color changes to make him wearing a jacket, which I definitely think is a possibility, obviously. But maybe there's a way we can make it so he's wearing a jacket instead. Here, let's try something out. 1 second. Let me finish this round up. And let's take a gander at how we're going to do this here. All right, so that's going to be the end of round 8. I've got 1 more round before we start doing the add the face and stuff. But let's go ahead and put him to the side real quick because I might need that round for adding a color change if we decide to have it attached to him or not. Because I don't know if we're going to do it that way or not. Put that aside. So here's what I'm thinking. Here's our finished T-Rex that I'm keeping out so that we can like compare and contrast as we go. So currently I'm thinking that we could try using this thinner brown yarn here to make a jacket that he could wear that would just go over the arms like that. And I honestly think that probably would work just fine. I think it would be totally fine, not be that weird. However, I think we could also do color changes here. But here's what I worry about the color changes. So what we would do is we would probably do like half color changes right before this arm, which would be like right up here. We'd do half color changes around this part. And then we'd change colors to our brown for all of these purple colors. The belly would still change to a different color for the belly. That's no problem. But here's where I'm anticipating the problem is in the legs. because the legs go over a few rounds. And so we would go over the bottom of the jacket, which wouldn't look right because we want the jacket to look like it's laying over the legs. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm kind of like maybe making the jacket separate instead of doing color changes might kind of look a little bit cleaner there. Now here's the problem I am also foreseeing with doing the jacket separately. Two things. One, it's going to bulk up. It's going to bulk up the entire body and look kind of like this. You see how it's kind of like, it's just really bulky. Now we can kind of avoid that bulk by using this thinner yarn and a thinner crochet hook, so it'll be a little less bulky, but it still will have a little bit of bulk. And the part that I'm most worried about the bulk is when it comes to the arms, because I need the arms to really look like they're arms, you know, and coming out of the jacket, but if they're really in the jacket, they might not look good. So here's what I think we should try doing. I think we should try making a jacket separate for this dinosaur, and then just to see what it would look like. And then we'll use that jacket for our dinosaur instead. But yeah, that's what I was thinking. So kind of like how we do it for the goblins and trolls. It's kind of like a little, little jacket. Let's try doing that. I'm going to need a smaller crochet hook for this. So I think I've got a size F or something right here. By the way, Timothy, I saw your comment. 1 second. I'll answer that in just a moment. I just need to find, I need to be crocheting, you know, while I'm answering these. There it is. I found it. It was hiding. Never mind. There it is. Papa. So what is that? Size B. So by size B, 2.25 millimeter is what I'm going to be using with this yarn. I do not know what this yarn is at all, and this is all that I have left, so hopefully we have enough there. All right, so Timothy says, do I ever do other people's patterns? Sometimes. I will say rarely, to be completely honest, just because I have so many things that I want to make that are my own designs, and sometimes I don't really want to get influenced too much by what other people make. That being said, yes, I do test out or just do other people's designs, especially I try to do it pretty often on the website, getting collaborators onto clubcrochet.com. The goal is to eventually have clubcrochet.com be like a place where other crocheters can like publish their patterns to. I was actually just talking to a bunch of designers this week about that and just telling them like, this is what I want Club Crochet to be, but it's really hard. You know, there's a lot of like hoops I have to jump through to make sure this is like fair and good, and I want like all the proceeds of all the pattern purchases to go directly to the artists. So how do I make that work realistically? But anyhow, I'm going on a tangent. The reason I'm saying that is just because like, yes, I do other people's patterns sometimes, and I probably will do other people's patterns more often in the future. But as it currently stands, I am a little bit wary. I don't do them that often just because I have so many of my own patterns that I like to make, and I like to modify them and do them in different ways. But yeah, I do other people's patterns. It's just kind of rare-ish. Takoyaki says they were looking through all of the cards, and I think you can guess which one is your favorite. Oh, I know which one's your favorite, Takoyaki. The one that's basically named after you, dude. It's not technically named after you, but it might as well have been named after you. Yeah, there's a character in the game named Taco. He's in the book too. It's an octopus, because in Japanese the word taco means octopus, and takoyaki is like this, seriously one of the best like foods you'll ever have in your life. It's so good, and it's made out of it's like octopus and like what is it takoyaki? It's octopus in like a doughy kind of thing. Oh my gosh, so good. I'm not gonna lie, I do feel bad about eating octopus, absolutely, but it has barely any octopus in it, and it is so delicious. The bonita flakes though, the bonita flakes. Taco in the story, by the way, is it's an octopus in the story. Here, I can go grab it actually for you to look at. He actually might have one right here. Where is he? Oh, he's right here. No, he's not. Where is he? Oh. Unfortunately, I don't know where he's at right now. Yeah, Jimbo says hi, by the way. Oh, you know what? He's in my bag. I have a bag full of the Goomies. And he's in that. Anyhow, he's an octopus, and he's the best chef. He's a vegan or a vegetarian sushi chef in Gumia, and he's one of the most popular chefs in all of Gumia. And he currently has a very new special roll called the he calls it the sparkling tamago roll, which is an egg roll. And there's actually a lot more lore about Taco in the book that I will try not to spoil too much about. But there's another character in the book named Pip, who is his daughter. And she is somewhere different in the book. And there's a whole story about her and her cousin and uncle, and there's a whole rigmarole. Okay, I'm afraid I might have made this jacket length a little too long because I wasn't anticipating it stretching out, but let's see. So if this is supposed to be the bottom of the jacket, right? So if this goes all the way over, what I'm hoping is the ends of this go right there, so it's right under one arm, you know? And then this one, I'm hoping will do something similar, but I do think that I chained a little too long. And maybe not. If I can pull it over a little bit more. It might be just a tad bulky on the side. Probably be better if I lost a couple chains, but whatever. We're just gonna go with this. I am gonna decrease it down in the back here so that it has like the shaping of the body. So I'll decrease like right there and right there, I think. So it kind of like slowly shrinks it in. Fits the body a little bit better. So how many stitches did I make this with is a great question. Let's find out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30 stitches. Oh my gosh. Did I do that on purpose? No. But how cool is that? And I love it when a number is even. Okay, so 30 stitches. We want to decrease it down to at least 28. We want there to be at least 10 stitches on either side. So we're going to do 10 single crochets to start. Oh wait, do I want the armholes here? No, actually, do we want the armholes already? Maybe we do want the armholes already. I'm just afraid this might be like kind of high up on the, like it's almost like a half jacket now. If I do the armholes like here. Yeah, let's go one more round and then we'll do armholes. I think this is a better option, by the way, than doing the color changes. Now, of course, we probably should be putting this to the side and finishing this later, but let's just do this last round and then we'll come back to the jacket, maybe. What do you think? Or should I just finish the jacket while we're here? And I don't really have anything to work off of. Okay, we'll finish the jacket later. Let's do, let's just finish this round. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. I just realized I've been recording this video on my camera here, but I didn't set any of the lighting or anything right, so it's just kind of like everywhere, and it's going to be hell to edit. Okay, well that sucks. I'm going to stop this, fix the shutter and everything really quick. How did I forget about doing that? Such a goofball. So sorry, guys. And then fix that. Okay. My goal was to try to record this all, but I don't know. I'll see if I can fix it. All right, fix in post. Just gonna be annoying. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're gonna do 10. And then this will be our first decrease. So this will be, oh wait, you know what? I don't want to do an invisible decrease. I'm just going to do a single crochet 2 together, because invisible decrease will be seen on the other side. So that's 11, 12, 13. Hold on, I need to count backwards now. So if I do, hold on. Math me. Math attack. Go. 1, 2, 3, 8, 9, 10 will be that stitch. So then these two are decreasing. So 1, 2 decreasing. And then there's the 1 single crochet between that. Okay, so 1 decrease. That's what we're going to do. Got it. 1 here, then another decrease, so it'll have 3 decreases in the back, and we'll end up at 27 stitches down. Okay, so if you are watching this after the fact, or even during right now, and you want to know how I'm crocheting this jacket, here is the pattern for you. I chained 31, I skipped the first chain and single crocheted all the way down to 30 stitches total, 30 single crochets. Then that was round 1. For round 2, I chained 1 and turned. I single crocheted 10. I did a single crochet 2 together, and then single crocheted 1, 2, then another single crochet 2 together, then single crochet another 2, then another single crochet 2 together, and I finished this round up with 10 more single crochets to the end of the round. So there were 3 decreases total, leaving us at 27 stitches total. I just like went into a different zone there to say that out loud. Oh my goodness. That was wild. Okay, so like that. Okay, and see how it's got this kind of like weird waviness now? That's because of those decreases. And the reason for those is so that when we have it on the back like this, those decreases, yeah, see, they start to shape the body more. Like that. They kind of fit the body a little bit better. I think that was a pretty good move. Okay. Now I'm going to put this to the side. That was round 2 of our jacket. I'm going to put this to the side to come back to a little bit later when we have an easier piece to kind of work this with. So we're going to just put this, oopsies, I'm sorry, Mr. Camera. We're going to put that right there. And let's get back to crocheting. And now that we know we don't need to do the color changes for the jacket, we can just kind of crochet it normally. I need a color for the tummy. So what color will work best with this orange? Just let me know in the chat what you think. I'm looking for a color that works well with this blue. I called it orange, but I meant blue. And I'm looking for as soon as you can. Just give me suggestions in the chat for what colors you think would be fun for a belly that works well with this blue, but doesn't clash too much with the brown of the jacket and the brown of the hat that will inevitably be there as well. Any type of feedback is open, please. All right, and that's going to be the end of that round. And while you guys are giving me that feedback, I'm going to add our face. Now, one thing I wanted to talk about or look at for this face is see if we wanted to use these 3D printed teeth. I have a feeling we don't. And I'll tell you why. I think that we don't want to use these 3D printed teeth because I think they are really big. They are. They're honkers. Big old teeth. Like, it would look like this. Hold on. Which are pretty freaking massive for a tooth. Great for a saber-toothed tiger maybe, but probably not for a dinosaur. So I think we should use crochet teeth instead. Although that looks great. Like, that looks really cool. If only these were like that big, half the size. That's what I'd like. Orange. We got a lot of people saying orange. A yellow, says Yarny. Orange. Okay, so it looks like orange is getting a lot of attention. So I think we should just go with that. I'm going to add our eyes. Let's grab some of those. And then I'll just have to make some more of these teeth that are a little smaller. Really, the answer is I need to get a 3D printer. Like a legit 3D printer, too. Because I don't really have... I mean, I have a 3D printer, but it prints in resin. And to be completely honest, it is so messy. It is such a messy 3D printer that I just haven't used it very much. Because it's just like I need to put on a freaking hazmat suit to make it. Let's get some more music going. Looks like we ended music. Oh, Bulbasaur flower lo-fi music. Will that be good? How does that sound? I don't even hear it. It's so quiet. Hold on, that's not gonna be it. Let's see. You wake up, it's summer, and you listen to nostalgic Pokemon music? That sounds like good background music. Yeah. That's nice. Alright, I'll turn that up just a little bit too. Yeah, here's the thing. I really want to get a 3D printer, but to be honest, I want them to send me a 3D printer. I think that, like, I reached out to Bamboo, which is that's the 3D printer I really want to get. And I was like, hey, we're a crochet company. We'll talk about your printer. Give me a printer. Give me a printer. And I think they should. Because I'm going to be talking about it all the time. But they haven't answered me. I think I need to find the perfect person to give me a 3D printer. I don't think they will, though. I probably should just bite the bullet and just buy it. Alright. Okay, making some teeth. 3. Pretty easy. Boom. Chain 1. Okay, so here's one tooth. It's pretty good. And let's do another one of those. And, we probably are going to want some kind of tooth for his necklace too, but maybe we can just use I might have a small 3D printed one that was broken that we could use for that. I'm glad you agree with me, Zoe. I think we should all bug Bamboo to give us all 3D printers, not just me. Let's give the entire community 3D printers. I know I could go to the library, but I don't want to go all the way to the library to 3D print every time. I think you can actually basically send it to them in an email and say 3D print this for me, and then you come to pick it up or something. That's what my friend who's a librarian was saying they can do. And to be honest, I do live literally a walk away from a library. I don't know if they have a 3D printer though. And I think the problem is I need to do a lot of troubleshooting, I need to try one that's this small, this big. I need to try the back thing. So it's do I want to do this 15 times? Or maybe I should just design a bunch of them and just print them all out at the same time to save myself some effort. And that way I can track which ones work best. Okay, so there's one tooth sewn in. It's pretty good, right? That's not bad. It's a little tiny, but you can pull it out a little bit more. I think it'll look good when we add the eyes. Do we want to do... Oh, we're doing glasses. That's right. I was going to say, do we want to do anything special with the eyes? But I think glasses are the special thing with the eyes. We could add eyebrows. How do you feel about that? Should we try adding eyebrows to our T-Rex? You know what? Let's do a vote. I think we need to do more votes. So Let me finish adding this tooth real quick. And we'll see if we want to do add some eyebrows. Hold on. Down a little bit. Nice. 1 and 2. Okay. Oop. Save this for stuffing. And there's our teeth. Pretty cute. Pretty cute. All right. Let's, I'll just toss these eyes in and then we'll talk about eyebrows. First eye goes like right here, I think. Yeah. It's kind of hard to put glasses on these T-Rexes because their eyes are on the side of their head. So I actually might have a difficult time with glasses. Oh, hey, I got a bunch of new glasses. I gotta tell you guys about that. That's pretty good. I like the spacing for those eyes. Let's go ahead and lock them in. Bushy eyebrows. That's what I was thinking. Yeah, for like an old man archaeologist. Exactly, Zoe. That's exactly what I was thinking. All right. That looks good. It looks so cute with the little fedora. Oh my gosh, I can't wait. Okay, so we want to add eyebrows probably, right? Let's go ahead and ask the poll. Let's ask the chat. Start a poll. Eyebrows? Yes. Gray. Yes. Black. No. There we go. Do we do unibrow? Here we go. Okay, I got you. I gave you some options here. Archaeologist eyebrows. How do we want this? Do we want, yes, we want gray bushy eyebrows. Yes, we want black small eyebrows. No, we don't want eyebrows at all. Or yes, we want brown and then we want it to be a unibrow. Those are your options. Go ahead and let me know in the chat. And I'll get the yarn needed. Here, I have the yarn right here. I thought I had the yarn right here. Okay, I got the yarn prepared for us. If you vote yes on this. All right. Well, while you're voting on that, I'll keep crocheting and get to our next round where we're making the arms and the belly. I think we all decided on orange. Is that a fair assumption? Which looks good. I mean, orange and blue, you know, those are good contrasting colors. I kind of like it. I'm into it. Let's do it. Where was I?
Where am I? Who am I? What year is it? Huh? There it is.
Okay. 4 single crochets and then the arm, and then we change colors. Is that correct? Woo! We need to go down to this one. Where advanced color changes. There we go. Okay, 4, and then the arm, and then we switch to... Got it. Okay. So, 1... There's 4, and then we do an arm. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, nice. All right, Taco. Thanks for joining, Takoyaki. I'll see you next week. I want to start doing late night live streams because I'm already a night owl anyhow, and I think it'd be a lot of fun. I'll probably start doing it on my other channel to start, and then I don't know, maybe not. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like, let's be honest, Louis never knows what he's doing. What am I doing? Okay. How many stitches between 4? 4 in this half color change. Okay. 1, 2. We're gonna need a name for our archaeologist here too. I like the idea of doing a monocle because it'll be a lot easier for us than a full glasses, just because of how the T-Rex is shaped. Like, doing full glasses would be crazy. Like, here, let me just show you what I mean. I think it's gonna be pretty obvious to you though. Like, if we added, here, let me just put it here. Glasses for this little Bibliosaurus here, great. Like, they fit, they look kind of cute, they're fun and big. This one, the glasses would have to be either only right here, so it's just like little glasses in the front, in which case it looks really weird, or really long glasses and it goes all the way around the front and has a huge bar in the front, and that looks also weird. So I think we should do a monocle. I think a monocle would be a lot easier, and that way it'll also not like interrupt our eyebrows too much if we want to add those big bushy eyebrows. That's my thought process. But what do you guys think? I mean, yeah, no, maybe so. When I was a kid, I would do this rhyme. I'd go, yes, no, maybe so. All the bad guys go, go, go. I don't know why, but when I was a kid, I would say that all the time. And when I had to go to the bathroom, I would go, gotta go right now, 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 gotta go right now. Wow, I just had like a brain blast to me in elementary school doing that, running across the like recess in like 3rd grade. Gotta go right now, gotta go right now, gotta go right now. That's so funny. Wow. The things that you don't realize that are in your brain until like you remember them, and then you're like, oh, that's right, I forgot that's something that I used to do when I was a kid. And then you say it on a live stream in front of everybody. It's funny. All right. Well, sorry, you guys are hearing little facts about Little Lou. All right, that's 7, I think. Yeah. 2 arms, 7. Okay, so now we're on round 11B. He's looking good, though. I'm liking how things are turning out for this little T-Rex. Did I already say we're going to need a name for this guy? Oh, cool. I did, because Timothy has already given us a name suggestion, and I like it. I like it. He could wear his glasses like headphones. Oh, yeah, I guess we could do something like that. Oh, my gosh. And Kaylin's name is crazy. Hold on. I need to write these down. These are freaking brilliant. Okay, wait. Timothy's? Oh my gosh, what a great name. Hold on. Timothy says Professor Bonaparte. I love that. Like he rips bones apart. I love it. Oh, hold on. Regardless, he's going to be a professor. So I'm going to say Professor ... and we're going to need names. So we got Bone Apart. We've got, which honestly, dude, I think you got it in one. I really do. I think you might have just gotten the name in one fell swoop. But that being said, Kaylin is coming out swinging with Rutherford Franklin Brampston III. Hold on. That's freaking incredible. What the heck? Rutherford Franklin Brampson? Wait. Oh, Kaylin redacts their name because they like Professor Bonaparte so much. Okay, I'm still going to write it down because I love the name. Brampston. Brampston should be a name for a... Should be a name for a goblin. People love Professor Bonaparte. I don't even know if we're gonna even have to vote on this, dude. Yeah, Kaylin says scrap mine. We're just gonna put an X there. I'm gonna remember it because I like it, and we're gonna check Professor Bonaparte because that's the name. And isn't it great when someone gets it in one? Timothy, what a pro. What a pro. Just for that, Timothy, I'm gonna answer your question that you have asked me and I forgot to answer, which is, Timothy asked, can we get it signed, the book? Yes, you can get it signed. I think, to be completely honest, I think the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to make it so the first 100 people that pre-order it from clubcrochet.com are going to get it signed. That's my plan. I just haven't announced that yet, so you're getting an early announcement. That is the plan, is the first 100 people on clubcrochet.com are going to get it signed. There's going to be other ways to get a signed copy, so I'll let you know about how those other ways are in the future. The idea is going to be like during the campaign for the game, I'll probably be offering some signed copies that way. And then like I'm going to be doing signings probably all over America. I'm hoping to just... I'm definitely going to do a big trip up the south, or up the coast of California all the way to Seattle is my plan. I don't know when. I don't know for certain that is going to be the case or not yet. So no promises, but that is the intention. Is I want to drive all the way up with Jules, all the way up the coast with a car full of books and crochet kits, and stop at every bookstore, board game store, and yarn store up the coast and do signings. That's what I'd really like to do. I think I'm going to need some help organizing all that, but that's my intention. And then I think I can also convince my publisher to get me to do that in like New York and like do some trips to different events to do some signings and stuff. So that's my other plan. I also think I'm going to have an option for members later down, where if you have like a Club Crochet membership or something, I can send you either a signed copy, like, or I can like sign a bookmark kind of thing for you. Because I do know people have been asking about signed copies. And by the way, just to say, that is so freaking cool. I can't stress enough how awesome it is that anybody in the entire world is interested in me signing anything at all. So I just want you to know that you even asking those questions, seriously, I have big time imposter syndrome. Maybe that's where my anxiety has been coming from, imposter syndrome or something. I don't know. But I have big time imposter syndrome. And so the idea that like anybody would want anything signed from me is just such a cool like concept that I'm just like, what? Me? Cool. Why? But I do think it's really cool, and it means a lot. It means a lot that you're just even interested. That's just really sweet of you. So thank you for thinking about that, and I'm going to make sure that anybody that really wants a signed copy, especially people in the live streams and members and stuff, I'll make that an opportunity in one way or another for you. Okay. I think we're almost done here with this round. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then an increase, and then one more single crochet. Okay, before I continue on to our next round, pull that out for a second. Let's look at our dinosaur. He's coming together pretty good, actually. But before we continue on too much further, let's see, do you want eyebrows or not? Because it's kind of like the best time to add it is right now. Oh, yes. Okay. Pretty much every single person wants, well, not every, 60% of the votes, though. That's a lot of the votes. Wants eyebrows. So eyebrows it is. Here's what I got for our gray bushy eyebrows. This yarn that I've been wanting to use. Here, look how cool this is. I've been wanting to use this forever for a monster, but I have not yet. Where's the end of it, though? There it is. Okay, we don't need very much of this yarn, to be honest, because we're just using it for eyebrows. All right. What did Kaylin say? Imposter syndrome is real, dude. We want your signature because you're awesome, cool, and you're so sweet, Kaylin. Dude, you're just a sweetie patootie. Thank you so much. Hey, we got someone from Australia in the chat, which is crazy. Isn't it like 7 a.m. there? What time is it in Australia? Hey, actually, what time is it where you're at? Period. Where you're living right now, if you're in the chat, comment right now and let me know what time is it. Because that is so crazy to me that some people are watching this at like 3 in the morning and stuff like that. I think that his eyebrows, by the way, I think we should do this for his eyebrows so that he's got kind of like a nice, I want him to look kind, you know, like that. So it's kind of upright like that, rather than him being like grumpy and angry or like serious like that. Actually, serious is pretty cute too. But I kind of want it to be tilted out. Like he's got these kind eyes to him. It's funny how subtle you have to be when adding things like eyebrows, because if you mess with it too much, it will look weird. Straight up. He'll look angry, he'll look like there's so much character and personality and emotion that come in just the eyebrows, and it's really hard sometimes to fix it. So if you like add the eyebrows in the wrong spots, it can be kind of hard to fix it to be the right way. But that looks pretty good, I think, right? I think that looks pretty good. I mean, they look bushy. Do you think they need to be bigger? Let me know in the chat. Okay, we got comments on where everybody is. 7:30 p.m. for Zoe. Oh my gosh, in Ottawa. We got 4:30 p.m. That's me right now. Nice, Espinoza. That we are in the same time zone. Central time for A Bear at 6:30 p.m. We got Nicole Maxwell at 6:30 or 5:30 rather. 1:30 in the morning for Lotta. Oh my gosh, everybody, Lotta is a wow, and so is Nutty Giraffe, and so is Tina. Wow, all three of y'all are amazing. Thank you so much for being here. Wow. That is really cool. Wow, so I'm like the last thing you guys watch before bed? How cool is that? That's awesome, dude. Oh my gosh, that's cool. Do you dream of crochet because of this? I hope you dream of blue dinosaurs. That's adorable. Prisma at 7:20 p.m. Wow. Woke up an hour ago, says Rocky, but didn't say what time it is there. Oh my. Wow, that's crazy. Espinosa thinks that we need to make these bushier. Do you guys feel the similar? I don't know, man. If it gets much bushier than that, it'll look like you won't even be able to see his eyes. We also have to realize there's going to be a monocle over one of these. So whichever one of these eyebrows we like the least is going to have a monocle. But here, let's see how well I can simulate the first one. I kind of feel like this one needs to be over more. It kind of looks like this one's kind of over the eye slightly, and this one's kind of like too high up. So I think I'm going to go into right there instead with it. Like that. Come on. There we go. Nice. This type of yarn is probably the hardest one for me to like source and find good versions of it. So if you ever find a fuzzy yarn that you really like, buy extras of it, because I swear they go out of sale, out of stock. First they go out of stock and then they stop making it so quick that I always recommend if you find a good fuzzy yarn you like, just buy it. Those are pretty good. Brows are on fleek, says Zoe. Wow. Eyebrows on fleek. I feel like fleek is like one of those words that like it came and went so quick that it's like whiplash. I'm like, wait, is fleek still popular? You know, there's all these words that are like that. It's like a fidget spinner, but it's a word. I like those. I'm happy with those eyebrows. I think those are pretty cute. Okay, let's keep rocking and rolling here. Yarny says that he needs a mustache now. Maybe. I'll be honest, I'm kind of afraid that we give him like too small of a mustache, if you know what I mean. Because he's got such a big lip that even like a big mustache kind of looks like a too small of a mustache, and he looks like a very certain kind of person that we don't want him to look like. Okay, well, we're going to continue now. I'm on round 13B, if you're crocheting along in the pattern. So we are making another round with some color changes, 5 in our main color here. And again, the pattern is free. It's going to be free this whole weekend for all of these dinos. It's only free to like view on the website. You're not going to be able to download the PDF. I really would rather you not take any screenshots either, but you know, you do you. I found a website this week that has been stealing not only all of my patterns, but all of like everyone's patterns and putting them online for anybody to download. And I think they're like a Chinese company, so I can't even stop them. And it's really effed up. It's really effed up. 5 here and then. But dude, that's just like the way of a crocheter now. It's just people steal your stuff on the internet. So that's why I kind of want to stop selling them on. I kind of want to stop selling patterns outside of anywhere but my own website. And it's the main reason why I say I don't give PDFs for free anymore. I used to do free PDF downloads and stuff like that, but people just started stealing them and putting them on the internet for free and like putting them on their own website and saying that they designed them or whatever. And that's just like, it sucks. It's like one of those situations where someone makes it suck for all of us. So if you ever find a website that has like free patterns and you are suspicious at all that they are not patterns from the designer, or the designer doesn't know about this or anything, reach out to the designer and let them know that they're there and report this in any way you possibly can. If it's on a website like I don't know, Etsy especially. Etsy takes it pretty seriously. Amazon kind of takes it seriously, but honestly, they're pretty bad too. And then like other ones are like Alibaba and stuff, but I don't think they care at all. Okay, I just finished round 12. I need to keep track of my rounds. Round 13 now. I'm just gonna keep crocheting. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I'm glad I have these check marks because those really make a world of difference. What do I think about Hobby Yarn bragging about using AI? I think they're idiots. To be completely honest, I think they're stupid. I think they don't understand. I think that they are completely out of touch with their consumers. Not only just their consumers, I think they're completely out of touch with like reality here. Because here's the truth, like they're a tech company. By the way, if you don't know what I'm talking about right now, Hobby Yarn is a famous, they're a very popular yarn company. Came out with like this whole thing on their LinkedIn about how they really like using AI and they use it for this and that and blah blah blah. Whereas, I think we all know in this chat, and probably if you found Club Crochet, you probably are in agreement with me. I hope you are. If not, I can tell you why you should be in agreement with me. But AI is completely ruining not ruining, but it is hurting crochet pretty significantly. In the same way that it's hurting musicians, in the same way that it's hurting illustrators, in the same way it's hurting writers, anybody that is an artist is getting hurt by AI in one way or another. And it sucks. It just sucks. And so we're all out here like, stop using AI for your creative endeavors, you idiots, because It's stealing all of my stuff. You know what sucks too? Everything that I have is technically in AI, all these AI things. Me posting on YouTube or on Reddit or wherever, I'm in the system now. When you go into AI and you ask it to make a pattern or to like make an image of a crochet, blah, 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 it's using my images to create those things. My patterns, everything. And that's just not fair. I didn't give them the rights to do that at all. But it doesn't matter anymore. We don't get the rights for that kind of stuff. Because privacy on the internet doesn't exist because we keep voting in the wrong people. And anyhow, you can tell I'm obviously very I don't know. Jules thinks I'm very doom and gloom about it all because I don't think AI is going anywhere, unfortunately, but it is completely screwing up this world. And I think that Hobby is fools for not realizing that and not realizing that what they were saying was extremely hurtful to their main audience. And then all their apologies have been garbage, too. So I just think they're dumb. And I think that, of course, too, that's the other thing. I think, no duh. No duh they think that way. Because they aren't creators. They're a yarn company. It's the same thing. It's the same problems that I have with companies like Woobles. They're not in it for the right reasons. None of these people are. Because they're companies, they're organizations, they're not individuals. They're not artists, they're not illustrators, they're people in this and interested in making money. Money, honey. They're not interested in the art. They're not interested in the community. They're not interested in crocheting in general. What they're interested in is selling to unknowing people. The more sales they can make, the better, and they don't care about anybody else's intellectual property in the meantime. So I'm not surprised is basically what I'm saying. I'm not surprised at all that Hobby has this opinion about AI because they're a tech company. They say they're a yarn company. They're not a yarn company. They're a tech company, and they're saying and so therefore they're going to be utilizing tech in a way that we're not super into because they're not creators. And I don't know. You know what the frustrating thing is? I'm sorry I'm getting on such a freaking high horse about this, though. Oopsies. I hit the camera again. Here's the stupidest part about this. About AI in general, in my opinion. I don't want to do my taxes. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do logistical BS. That's the stuff I don't want to do. What I do want to do is create and make art. And I think that's like the one thing that human beings like to do is make art. Why the hell is this? Why are machines doing the one thing that we want to do and not the things that we don't want to do? Why do I still have to do my taxes, basically? I think that's BS. If you're going to have AI stealing my art for this, that, and the other thing, at the very, very least you could do for me is make it so I never have to do my taxes again. And, like, duh. I just think it's so stupid. Why are we having it used? Why are we using it for creative endeavors? It's just like the dumbest thing. But the answer to that question of why are we having it do our creative endeavors is because the people that are making it aren't creative, or they don't feel they're creative, or at the very least they don't think that they're creative enough in like art or whatever or they don't want to spend the time to get better at it, and instead they want to build systems for ripping off people that have put in the time and the effort to get good at that kind of stuff. Because I don't know, man, it's just so disappointing. It's so disappointing, and it's just so, like, inevitable. I think that's the other problem about all this, and this is why Jules feels all doomy and gloomy about it. Or why Jules is always like, stop being so bummed about it. But I'm like, it's just not going anywhere. Because really, it's like, the reality of the situation it is the 1% of people against the rest of us. That's just the reality. The people that are rich are putting all this effort into building the system to become more rich and using it to belittle the smaller, the poorer people, honestly. And I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm getting so like political about this all, and I try not to talk about this kind of stuff on these live streams or be all doomy and gloomy or whatever, but it's just really frustrating sometimes, especially when like there's an artist out there, her name is Naomi, she's a Crochet Crouton right now, and she's got this super unique situation. It's only unique right now, it's only a matter of time until this is happening to everybody, but AI stole her pattern. Like someone stole her pattern for like, it was like a jellyfish that looked like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And so someone stole that and put it into AI and told them to write a pattern for it and then put it on the internet. And then everybody's realizing this is AI and going like, ew, this is an AI pattern. But they don't realize where it came from originally. So then real people are making patterns based on that AI pattern to say like, hey, look at this cool crochet thing that I designed based on an AI pattern. But in reality, they stole that from Naomi. So it's like, but they don't even know they took it from Naomi. So it's like 3 degrees of separation to stealing patterns. And it's so frustrating, dude. It's like, what are you supposed to do about that? Like, is she supposed to go to these people that spent a lot of time designing something and like are proud of what they made, and they made it like let's be honest, they didn't use AI for this. They wanted to do a good thing in the world and make a real pattern that's not AI built, but they didn't realize that it was already that. And so I don't know. It's just like that. It's just another reason. It's just another one of these things, and they're just gonna keep coming up. All these like, I don't know, terrible ways to utilize AI, or ways that this new technology is totally screwing us up, and we are not putting in any guardrails at all. We're not trying to protect anybody. We're just like freaking like, what are you talking about? Like, why are we opening this can of worms and then not like protecting ourselves from the inevitable chaos that this is going to create? And the reason for that is because the people that it's going to hurt aren't the people that are making it, or aren't the people that are investing in it. It's going to hurt the little people. And ain't that just the way? Ain't that just the way? Okay, sorry about that. Let's talk about a different topic. Dude, the whole situation's a huge bummer for her specifically. And like, again, it's only starting for her. It's gonna be every single one of us. Yeah, but here's the thing. Okay, so all this stuff about like a hobby not using AI for crochet patterns and stuff. Like what you're saying there, Naughty Bear. By the way, Naughty Bear's a very sweetie petite. I reached out to him when he just started his channel actually and said I love what you're doing. But yeah, Naughty Bear said had a video about the whole hobby drama. They appeared to have apologized and kind of explained the situation a bit. And yes, they did explain the situation a bit. But here's the thing: they would keep doing this if there wasn't backlash. They would 50%. Sorry, pardon my French. You can see I am definitely getting heated up about it when I curse on a live stream. I don't like to do that. 100%. They would use this for crochet patterns in a heartbeat if they didn't think they would get backlash. No question in my mind, because again, they have no interest at all in the crochet community. The only interest they have in us is to use us to make money. That's it. They don't want to make it better. So that's the problem I have here. There's a lot of backlash that's happening, and I'm glad it's happening, because that's the reality of the situation. Is if that wasn't happening, next year they would be using AI to write crochet patterns for their yarn. And I guarantee Woobles is preparing to do the same thing, and they probably saw all that backlash, and they don't want to come out with.
And the reason why I guarantee I know they use AI is because I've gotten AI ads from the Woobles that are not even their crochet, but it's from them, but it's just AI images using this crochet. So I know they're interested in using crochet and like falsifying their crochet with AI. So again, like without this kind of backlash, they're just going to like, it's only a matter of time before they start using it for their crochet patterns. If the community, didn't like give them backlash for it, they would in a heartbeat. They have no problem with it. Yeah, they just wouldn't because they'd make money off of us. And they're interested in making money. They're not interested in us being creatively fulfilled or art in general, or doing the right thing, or our energy infrastructure, or the economy. They're only interested in their own economy. They all are, because they got into this for the wrong reasons. They weren't into and that's what I was telling to these like, we have a little group of us like crochet authors and stuff that we've been chatting with, and like that was what I was trying to tell them the other day, is like, we don't no one's interested in our none of these large corporations are interested unless they're making money off of it, because they're not real people. They're a board of people that want to get rich. Okay, I think I'm done here with the body. Let me just count real quick. It's 1, decrease 1, no, it's decrease 1, decrease 1, decrease 1, decrease 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Cut the yarn, leaving it long. Look at this. I don't even need to cut the yarn. Hey, dude, the chicken is real. Look at this yarn chicken that we played. Oh my gosh, we just won extra bonus credit. We used an entire ball. I'm doing a little yarn chicken dance for us. That's amazing. Okay. Look at that. Oh, I thought I was going to need more yarn, but I don't. All right, now we get to customize this. Let's archaeologize this T-Rex a little bit. And let me look at the chat real quick, because I just like went on a huge soapbox spiel, and I have not been reading the chat, other than people saying hobby yarn sucks. Oh, thank you, Timothy. I appreciate that. Yeah, bigger library. Yeah. Oh, good. I'm glad they had. I think they need way more backlash, though. Thank you, Kaylin. Yes, let's get back into bringing my blood pressure down. What? How do we want to customize this bad boy? So, first thing we want to customize is we do need to still make our jacket. Of course. Thank you for helping me course correct. Appreciate you. Okay, so here's the edge of the jacket, right? We still need to give him a fedora. We need to finish this jacket up, and then we need to give him a side satchel, which we're going to have to use a thin yarn for a side satchel as well. And then we're going to have to fill that satchel up with things. So honestly, it feels like we're done. We're not done. We're not even, I think we're like maybe 2/3 maybe done. Oh, of course he needs bones. Absolutely. Great point, Prisma. Great point. Okay, so let's start by finishing up his little jacket. We'll put him in the back here. Do we want to stuff him and sew him closed right now? Yeah, I mean, there's not really anything that we're doing on the crochet, so everything we can sew on can be done after it's sewn closed. So let's go ahead and sew it closed right now. Alright, so we're going to start by stuffing the head. A Toyota? What? Prisma, what? You think we should give him a Toyota? Why? Oh, a bear said that. A Toyota. Archaeologists drive Toyotas. That's so funny. I don't know why. I think that's just so funny to me. Archaeologists drive Toyotas. Just the fact of archaeology. You want to get into archaeology? Go buy a Toyota. Oh my god, that's such a funny concept. I would think archaeologists drive Jeeps, but who knows? I guess Toyotas. This eyebrow is a little overly bushy. There we go. Pretty good. All right, I'm gonna start sewing it closed, and then I'll stuff it a little bit more before we finish sewing closed. Hey, again, if you haven't yet, please like this video down below and subscribe to the channel. Also, shout out in the chat if you have already pre-ordered my new book, Crochet Gummies. Don't worry, you can pre-order it on Amazon or on our website. There's a bunch of different ways to pre-order it. But go ahead, and if you do pre-order it, or you already have pre-ordered it, even if I've already added a coin to the bottle for you, give it a shout out in the chat, and I will add another I'll add another coin to the bottle, so that way, hold on, I need to count 11 stitches. So that way we can fill up this bottle quicker and unlock another giveaway. So yeah, feel free to shout out, unless I already put one in there for you in today's live stream. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You skip 11, you go into that one. Is that right? Skip 11. I think 8 stitches unsewn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, okay, we're good. On track. This is my favorite thing that my favorite part of this redesign for this T-Rex is how I make the tail so you don't have to sew it on anymore. When I first came out with this pattern, you had to sew this tail on separately. And it just added some extra, unnecessary, I don't know. It added unnecessariness to the pattern, and I love to take that unnecessariness out. There was a pattern, my goblin pattern. So I released the goblin pattern. I think I released it, or I was about to. It was like the night before releasing it. And I decided, you know what, maybe I could try making it so that these goblins' noses are actually made in crochet rather than being made separately and then sewn on. And that night, before I released the pattern, I was like, let's just give it a shot and see what I can do. And I came up with the spiked bobble stitch that night. And I was like, oops, never mind. I'm going back. I'm redoing this. And I think I pushed back the release by like a week or so to redesign everything to include this spiked bobble stitch. And now, you know, we use that spiked bobble everywhere. And I love doing that. That's like a huge... I don't know, it just makes me feel so accomplished when I can shave off like 15 minutes of a design by just replacing a stitch. That just feels cool. Ah! Can you pay for the book and then send them as a present? Absolutely you can, Nutty Giraffe. Like, no doubt. That is absolutely in the repertoire. Kaylin, did I add a coin for you in the thing? I don't know if I did. You know what? Let's just add one just to be safe here. This is for Kaylin. I'm not sure if we already added one for you, but let's do it again. Thank you for the pre-order. Boom. Nice. All right. Now we're going to sew the closed. Oh, we should probably stuff it a little bit more first. Let's do that. I'm running out of stuffing. I think I need to go to the craft store and get more stuffing. But not tonight yet. Okay, cool. I'm glad. Well, I wouldn't mind adding an extra button for you any day, Kaylin. Pop-Tarts and brown sugar. Oh, by the way, how is the kiddo doing, Kaylin? Didn't you get back to work recently? Did you go back to work recently? I think you did. Has that been difficult? I was telling my friend yesterday, we were talking about the live streams and stuff. Because he was like, how many people like join the live streams? And I told him like how many views and stuff like that. And he was like, wow, that's amazing. And you have the same people coming every week. And I was like, dude, not only do I have this, like, they're legitimately friends. Like, I know things about these people's lives. Like, it's just so funny that, like, I feel like we legitimately know each other, Kaylin. Like, I would be like, oh my gosh, how's your kid? You know, I get updates every week about it and stuff. I just think that's so cool. One of the cool things about the internet. Hey, did I stuff up the head too much? And whatever. He's dense. He is a dense dino. That's okay. Alright, let's sew this closed. And then let's get our additions added to this character. Ah! There we go. Oh. Will I be able to sew this closed all the way? I think I will. I don't think we'll have a problem here. Roland just turned 1 on the 4th! Yes, that's what it is. That's so exciting. Oh my gosh. That's so exciting. You haven't gone back to work yet because the guy who was supposed to give me the work was in the hospital. You're going back on Tuesday. Oh my gosh, how exciting. Oh, well, the next live stream we're going to have to hear. I mean, if you're going to even be able to make the live streams, I hope you can. But we'll have to hear about how your first days back went. All right, we're gonna pull this closed. Ready? There you go. All right, let's get customizing. Come on. Boom. I probably should have stuffed it with something a little heavier, but it'll probably stand up just fine. All right, let's start by adding his jacket and then do the fedora, and then we'll start customizing with little bits and bobs. So back to round 3 of this jacket. And now that we have a piece that's a little bit easier to kind of visualize our jacket on, we can kind of place it down. So it'll be like this, go around the back, around the front. There's the front. So I think we can do armholes now, because I think it being like this high up is fine. Yeah. Alright, so I think we're going to chain. I might even just do a single crochet there and then chain 2 and skip. Then work a few stitches in. We'll do 1, maybe 2 decreases in the back here to keep this shaping. Actually, I don't even know if we need... Yeah. We'll do a decrease or 2 in the back, and then we'll do it again over here. Okay. So I'm going to start by chaining 1 and turning. And we'll do 1 single crochet in this first stitch. And then I'm going to try doing 2 chains. So we'll chain 2, skip 2, and then I'll single crochet into the 3rd chain right there. And let's see how that looks on the arms of our little character. Ooh, it's a small fit there for the arms. It's probably good though, because then it won't come off. So something like that. So the question is that long enough? That's my real question here. Is this long enough for a jacket, or is that kind of like, is it riding up a little too high? I think maybe it is actually riding up a little too high. Maybe we should do another round first. What do you think? Because he's kind of looking like a little bit more like a vest right now. I think maybe we should do one more round. I don't know. What do you think? Yeah, Timothy. Yeah, I think we'll do another round to make it a little longer first. I don't know, actually. Maybe this is the good space for it. Zoe thinks it's good. A bear says they want it to be bigger. Yeah. Let's go with that. Let's go with this is the right size here. Vest would be cool though. Let's go with this. And then we'll come back around to it. Okay, so I need to count stitches here. So we have 27. So I need to count backwards. I basically need to put these decreases in the right spots in the center so that they're evenly dispersed. So if we had 3 here, so we got single crochet, chain 2, skip 1, 2, and then I've done how many stitches past that? Just 2, okay. So single, 1, 2, there's 1, 2. Okay, so that's where we're at on this side already. So how many stitches do we have in the center here? I think I want 2 decreases in the center. So that'll be 1. Crumbs on bums, dude. Fix that again. All right. Boom. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, so we want to do 1 single, 1 single. You know what? We're just going to do this in order like this. I think this might actually help me design it a little bit better. So 1 single. Let's do 3. 2, 3. On this side it would be 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3. So we're here. Let's do 1 more. Yeah, we'll do 2 more singles on either side. 1, 2. Over here, that's 1, 2. Which would mean that now we could do decrease, and then that decrease, and 3 single crochets between those decreases. Or single, decrease 1, decrease. Yeah, let's do that. Alright, here's what it is. It's single here, and then decrease. I'm under attack, help! 1 single here, and then another decrease. Okay. Okay, and then singles, and then blah, blah, blah. Alright, so that count is going to be a single crochet, chain 2, skip 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 single crochets, and then decrease, single crochet 1, and then we're doing that backwards. So decrease, then 8 single crochets, and then we do an armhole. Going back. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. Hey, I got it right. Okay. 8 single crochets and then another armhole. 1, 2, skip 2, and then single crochet 1. Nicely done. Okay. Now I think our next round is just going to be single crochets all the way across, but why don't we put this on the arms real quick? And let's see how this kind of like looks on our body. Come on. There's a weird thread coming out of there, but we might need to go back and fix that. But let's see how this goes. All right, it fits the arms pretty well, actually. And it fits the body pretty well, too. Hey, that's looking pretty good. Okay, so I think if we just do one more round and then we can do a collar on that. I don't even know if we really need to decrease much because I kind of decreased it enough in the back. You know, well, yeah, we could decrease one more time. So we'll go all the way through. We'll decrease once in the back to bring it back to an even number of stitches, and then we'll come back around to do a collar of it. I think it's looking pretty good though, as far as like a jacket goes. We'll have to remember this pattern for another dino in the future. Okay, we need to undo something here. I got tricked on that back thread. No, we're good. Okay, so we're gonna turn, chain one, and then we're gonna single crochet, basically single crochet all the way across, but we're gonna do a few decreases in the center. So I believe I had 25 stitches this one, so there's one. I'm gonna work into the chains for this. 2 and 3. So halfway through would be 12 stitches and then the decrease, and then 12 stitches the other way. No, 11 stitches decrease 2, I think would be it. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think that's right. 9. Let's do 10 here. We'll count back the other way to make sure that these decreases are in the right spots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 will be right there. All right, so then we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stitches in the center here. 1, 2. So I think we do decrease, single, decrease. And hope that's not too much decreasing. I don't think it will be though. Let's find out. So decrease, a single, and then another decrease. Get that out of there. And then just singles all the way back across. Probably should put this back on the body to make sure it fits right before we move on to our last round of our jacket. And then once we got the jacket, we can move on to the hat. I think the hat and jacket are probably the most important part. And then we'll do a monocle, and then we'll do a satchel. We'll finish it up with a satchel and whatever we want to put into the satchel as his little knickknacks and bips and bops and stuff like that. Yes, if you already ordered it, it is pre-ordered. Yes, I do know about that, Rocky, but you know what? We were just talking about something that gave us anxiety, so we're not going to talk about that problem just right now. We'll save that for another time. We're going to try to limit the stress. Like I was saying in the beginning, I've been dealing with a lot of anxiety for reasons I haven't been able to pinpoint why yet. Okay, there we go. Hey, that fits really well, actually. And then we'll just do the collar down. So all I'm going to do for the collar is I'm going to chain out and then do single crochets down, but I'm going to do them in the front loop so that it kind of like folds over on itself. Actually, I might even just do slip stitches across, which might be even better. Yeah, let's do that. But look at that shaping. That fits perfect on his back. Pretty good. I think you might be able to just add it onto your previous order. If you want to reach out to me, Nutty Giraffe, I can probably try to figure that out with my my buddy Jimmy, who helps with like logistics like that. Okay, so I'm going to chain one here, and I'm going to do one single crochet into the first stitch here. And the only reason I'm doing a single crochet in the first one is so that the edge of the collar is a little bit bigger. You know, we'll do 2 single crochets. And then the rest of the stitches right here, we're going to do slip stitches down. Yeah. And we'll just slip stitch it all the way across. And then we'll do 2 single crochets at the very end for this collar. And this should sit on the outside and give us a little bit more of like a cute like jacket look. And oh, we want to give him a shark tooth necklace is what someone had said earlier. We do want to avoid giving him too much stuff, but I do like the idea of a tooth on a necklace. I think that's really fun. And I got an idea on how we can do that. I'm thinking we could maybe utilize one of these 3D prints that I made and drill a little hole into it, which I have a little hand drill. And I know it's kind of extra, but I just think it'd be really cool. We'll see what we can do. Okay. Almost done with this. Again, I'm just slip stitching down and doing 2 single crochets at the end. Pretty easy last round here. I'm just working into the back loops only so that this collar kind of folds over on itself a little bit easier. And we're going to do 1 single crochet here, and we'll do 1 more here. And then we're going to chain 1 and slip stitch into the same stitch to create a little edge. And then we can cut this short and hide both of these tail ends. And we'll be done with the jacket. And this will go like this. See, so that made this nice little collar, which will make it look less like a vest and more like a jacket, is the goal. Okay, no worries, Nutty Draft. I mean, also, it's really late for you. So feel free just to email me tomorrow, which will be like later tonight for me. And I will get it sorted for you. Okay, so this part I want down like this. You know, so that it like folds out. Yeah, that was pretty good. You can kind of see what I'm saying. See how it's kind of little edge to it. And then I'm just gonna take these ends and I'll just hide them on the inside stitches of a few things. I don't think we need to worry too much about it coming undone because he's basically, we're gonna put this jacket on him and I don't think it'll really ever come off of him. You'll die with this jacket on. Boom. Like that. Pretty good. Okay, and then this end we'll hide in. That on the outside. And then hide this into a few stitches. All right, I'm excited to do a fedora. Do we do it a darker brown or a light? Probably a dark, I don't want to use this exact same yarn because I want it to be differentiated. Like, you know, I don't want him to have a straight up matching jacket necessarily to his hat. But I do want it to have a similar kind of like vibe. So I think that the best thing would be to be able to get this needle through the stitch. Jeez Louise. Okay, there we go. Pull that tighter, pull that tighter. And I think we're good on jacket. Cut these ends. Hope nothing comes too undone. And let's toss this jacket on our boy. Ready? Moment of truth for the jacket. This is the outside? Yes, okay. One arm. It's okay. Don't be shy. I made you this cute jacket. Mr. Professor. Wasn't it Professor Bonaparte? Because he likes to rip bones apart. Okay, it goes around the back with that great shaping. And then we add it to an armhole. There. Okay. Pull the jacket down a little bit and fold the collar over. That's pretty cool. I think it's pretty cool. It looks a little strange from the front, but it does look cool in person. And we're gonna have a satchel here and a hat on the top. I do think maybe we could have done one more row at the bottom there, but whatever. Whatever, we didn't, so we didn't. Okay, nice. There's him in his little jacket. Let's give him a hat. Yeah, I think we use this brown. That's my idea. Because then it's like not the same brown, but it's still got the brown vibe. And we can have a black yarn for the brim part of it. Where is my... I could have sworn... Hold on. I've made a bunch of these fedoras before, but I can't remember how I did them. And I can't remember where I put the other ones that I've made. Oh well. We'll just have to improvise it. Alright. I'll do my best here. Wish me luck. We're going to start by making a slip knot. Boom. So... Alright, so we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to skip that first chain, and I'll just, like I did for the head for our T-Rex, we're going to single crochet 3, and then do 2 extra single crochets in the end. So it's basically, I'm going to do the exact same thing as I did for round 1 of my T-Rex to start. So for those who are reading the pattern along, that's how I'm starting it. Increase, and then we'll slip stitch into that first one that we made. Maybe. There we go. Okay. Now what we want to do is we want to shape down like that. So we're gonna do working. Let's do working in the front loops only. I'm gonna do a single crochet 1, 2 single crochets worked in the front loops only. And then an increase into the next one right here. This will be the front of our hat. We'll do 2 into that one. And so that's the front right there. And then we'll do 2 in the back too. And then, so we'll do that increase in the front, and then we'll do 1, 2 singles, and then we'll do an increase here. 1 single crochet after that right here, and then 1 more increase into this last stitch worked in that front loops. Okay, so the reason I did all those front loops is so that it would pop it up like this, you know, and the real reason I did those front loops is because we're going to use those unused back loops to pop this back down like this, and it'll create more of a border and hopefully a flatter top that kind of gives that fedora shape. So let's try that. So this round we're going to be working into both loops, and I'm going to use that unused back loop from the previous round. So we're going to go into these 2 loops here, and then this, oopsies, right here somewhere. Hold on, this back loop doesn't want to play nice. Hold on, we need to use our needle to find where that even was. These stitch, they stitch. Ah, so it's this one. Okay, so I'm just working in the wrong spot. All right, that's why it was not. That's why I was fighting this so much. Into both loops, into this loop here, and then we do a single crochet. Nice. Okay, so 1 there. 2 here. Let's hope this works. And then this is our increase. Yeah, this is our increase. We're going to do 1 in the first. These are all going to go in the same back loop though. So we got 1 here. And then I'm going to do another increase in the next. Uh-oh, we have a knot. Do not. Yes, do too. Let's fix that up. Easy fix. Nice. Okay. There we go. All right, and this one's going to be another increase, and we're going to work into both. One, and then another one. Two. So now it's kind of got, see, it is doing that border thing that I was hoping. Nice. Experience. Where was I?
Where am I? Who am I? What year is it? What? Huh?
All right. Next up, we're gonna do a increase there. We're gonna do single crochets down the back of the hat. This. And then we'll do increases where the last round's increases were again. Which means right here. Oops. Nice. One. This one's going to be another increase. One. Two. And then a single. Jules is going to be in this year's, we're going to the Banjo Fiddle Festival this weekend on Sunday. So if you are in Southern California and you end up going to the Banjo Fiddle Festival, look for me. I'll be the one sitting there on a blanket listening to my wife sing because she is competing. She's doing the competition. Last year she got second place and she was totally robbed and deserved first. Of course I would say that, but I really do think she was robbed. I think who won was friends with the guest or the judge because she was undoubtedly better. Whatever. It was a singing competition. And this year she's gonna win. That's what I believe. I believe it. I believe it. She's also recording her first song to be coming out in June. So I'm pretty excited about that. I'm talking about my wife, by the way. Okay, look at that. Okay, so there's the top of the hat, right? And it's gonna come out one more, and then we're gonna do a brim. So it won't be that tall. But this round actually, it'd probably make the most sense if we did a stripe in this round. Yeah, we'll do that. So I'm gonna do half color changes throughout this entire round here. So we need black yarn. And we don't need too much black yarn though. We only need a little bit. Woo, Jules! Hey, Cooper. Cooper, you've been so quiet. What are you up to? You making anything fun? How you been, Coop? Hope you're doing well. There we go. All right, and now we're just gonna do, I think we will have some increases in this round, but I don't really know where. One, two. Yeah, we'll just do an increase. I don't know if actually we want to do an increase in the same stitch. We'll see. Oh, you made a T-Rex. Oh, cool. That's why you were so quiet. You were crocheting. I should have known. I think we'll do one single here instead of doing an increase. I was going to do an increase, but yeah, we'll just do a single there. That because we don't need it to go out, I don't think, really anymore. And maybe we do. Maybe we should. Okay, fine. We'll do an increase here and see how that goes. Hopefully it's not too big then. And then I guess we'll have to do increases in the back too. Yeah, I think we will. Is this gonna be too tall though? Maybe I shouldn't have done it. Maybe it should be all brown actually, huh? Because black kind of gives it a like a mobster-y kind of more feel. Yeah, let's do it all brown. I'm gonna go back. I don't think we need this black yarn. The more I think about it, the less I think it works with like the whole archaeologist style, you know? Okay. This will be a lot easier too with the brown. And we can add, I mean, we could add like a little feather, or not, maybe not a feather, but like a bone. Oh yeah, like we'll give it kind of a, just a hint of, what's his name? What's the Australian guy, not Steve Irwin, obviously. What's the other Australian one? The crocodile hunter. You know, he's got like little bones in his hat. Kind of gives like archaeology feels. I think that'd be kind of fun. We'll just add like one little like artifact that he's found. A little bone or a little something or something or something or another. Increase in the front there. And then increase in the back here. Yeah. I think we got to. Now, the question is, do we want it to be any taller than this? Before I do my round of brim. Let's see. Pot shard. How can we even like represent a pot shard, I wonder? Like that? Do we want it taller? I don't know actually. Could be one up higher. We would just do single crochets around before the brim. You know what, let's just do it because like it'd be a really easy thing to undo. So if we don't like it, we can go back. Because we are just using brown yarn now. Okay, and then this next last round is going to be our brim. And we do want the brim to be kind of like, we want to have it so it pops up in the back and it stays flat in the front is the goal. How we're going to do that, I don't know. We'll find out. It feels too tall, right? It does feel too tall. It does feel too tall. But let's see when we start the brim, because the brim is going to cover up a lot of these stitches anyhow. So I think if we do like our brim stitches now, the top looks really good though, especially if I fold it in like this, so it kind of like halves. It's kind of giving a fez look without the brim. Let's try it. So I'm going to do single crochet in the first front loop, like that. This is going to be all front loop stitches, and I think I'm basically just going to do single crochets. Maybe I should do single crochets the opposite way. You know, we should probably do increases in the front, actually. So like right here, we'll do an increase. That way it has just a little, like we need it to basically like, in the front we need it to kind of like fold up just enough so it stays straight. Because if I just do single crochets, it'll fold down like that. But we need it to fold up just a little bit in the front, and in the back we really need it to fold up. So in the back, we're going to do definitely more increases. So like back here. Hey, come on, dude. Look at that. That's a fedora for sure. I love it, actually. That's looking way better than I thought it was going to look. Okay, so let's do back here. And we'll do 2 singles right there. So that kind of spins up. And then we'll do 1. Maybe another increase, right? So increase. Let's try one right here, and then face. Here maybe? What time is it? 5:30. Okay, we need to speed up. So this all part goes up like this, right? And the front goes kind of down like that. It's on his head. Looking for Dora E. He's getting a little. I mean, obviously, we were expecting this though. He's gonna give a little bit of milady, but you know what? That is the sacrifice that I think we're willing to make an archaeologist. All right. I probably should have sewn this on to the head, but I don't know. Part of me doesn't want to sew it on. Okay, so there's it on the back. Front. There's it on his head. Pretty good. I think that's pretty good. There's the side. His bushy eyebrows are so bushy. Like that. I kind of just want to tack it on. I don't think I want to sew it. So let's just hide this end in, and then I'll just use a needle to keep it attached to the head and a little cleaner. Maybe it's because I'm lazy. Who am I kidding? It's obviously because I'm lazy. I'm a bum. There we go. Alright, but I got these kind of nice tacks. Where are they? I just saw them yesterday and I was like, oh, that's right. I forgot I had those. Where did I put them? Oh, my back. Oh, my back. Seriously, where did I put them? Okay. Ah. Oh, shit. 1 second, I spilled water. Sorry, I spilled. No! My Muppet book! Okay. Oh! Sorry, 1 second. Okay. Whew, sorry about that. I spilled water on a computer, but I fixed it. It was on a computer. It was actually a bad spot, but it wasn't very much water, and I think I collected it. Enough. Yeah, I think it's all right. I think it's okay. Okay. Next up. So I want this. See, so if I can take this needle, this like little flat needle there, put it. You know what? Actually, we'll do it on this from the side of this. Which one's the back? This is the back. That's the front. So we'll do it from the side like this. Like this. Nice. Okay. And we'll do another one on the other side. These are pretty massive needles, though. But whatever. This. Nice. And then we'll just pop these in the head. Like maybe like right here. We might need to move these a little bit. I mean, actually, that's not that bad, though. I think that's pretty good. All right. Next up, let's give him a let's give him a monocle. Gold, right? Does the chat agree with this idea? I hope so. We're gonna do it anyhow. Here we go. Easy monocle. I'm a pro at these now. Goes like that. Make a little circle. Trim this using my wire cutters. Here go a little long. Let's get it shorter. I'm running out of gold though. Gold. Prisma agrees. Gold. Cool. I'm glad. All right. So then I spin this part like this. Just one spin's fine, and then this part goes down, and I'll back around. I do a little loop on the bottom part here, like this. Boom. And then, if I can, I like to spin this loop around like this. Kind of hard to do this part though. But see, that gives something to like attach a little chain to it. And then these two ends here, we'll just do one spin with those two ends. Music is insane to me. I feel like I'm in a freaking nightmare. One second. There we go. I know it's supposed to be cute, but it just sounds like I'm in like a child's nightmare. There we go. Whatever that was. Okay. There we go. We toss that in this side, right? Yeah. Okay. We'll cut these a little shorter. They don't need to be too short though. It's gonna go into the body. Okay, I don't know if we need to necessarily like attach this to a chain or not. Let's see though. I think we want it like right here. Like this. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Come on. It does not want to go into those stitches there. Hold on. Okay. Once we get into the head, I can kind of maneuver where the glasses part is angled. So I just need to get into the body really. There we go. Okay. And then we'll just pull that part up like this. And he's got a cute little monocle. How do we feel about that? Do we have the chain? Do we have this connected to his to a pocket under his jacket? Maybe? Yeah. I like this though. Okay. So next up, let's give him a necklace because I think that'd be cute. And here's my idea for the necklace. We need these pliers because I think it would be fun. Let's see what I can do with this. We need, I think it might be fun to take one of these 3D printed teeth and then cut it and drill a hole in it. So here's my drill. So I would drill a hole like right here and then cut this part off. I don't know if I can cut it though. Let's find out. I honestly don't know if this is going to be possible, but I got a bunch of these, so we can cut it. Oh, it cut for sure. It's like half of a tooth now. That's not bad, actually. Yeah, like a little tooth, like that. Oh, that's actually a really good size for the tooth. Can I feasibly get a hole in the back of this, though, with this little drill? I don't think I can. I think it's probably going to be best to just glue this onto something. You know me, I don't usually like doing this, but I just don't think it's really reasonable otherwise. I don't know where my tacky glue is. Oh, it's right next to me. This might be something that we need to do last, though. You know? Yeah, this might be something that we want to do after we add whatever else we want to add, because it's going to be fragile. We'll go ahead and put this to the side for right now. We'll come back to the tooth situation in a second. Let's do a satchel. And I think let's use like this yarn for the satchel, so it's really thin. A very tiny satchel. I mean, it doesn't need to be, like the satchel itself, I don't think we need it to necessarily be tiny. Or maybe this gray. Which one of these two do you think? Right or left? Quick. First one to get 2 comments, I'll count it. Right one is a little bit thicker and probably going to be a little easier to use, but it's very gray. Left one is a little bit better in our color palette, but it's a little thinner. You have... Oh, wait. I have a third color, too. Third option is this one. Sorry. Do that again. 1, 2, and 3. Right, left, bottom, I guess. I don't know. I'm sorry. I switched things up. No, I'm not even going to do the yellow. We agree. Oh, right, left, right. Okay, there's 2 on the right. Okay, this one. This is what we've decided. You have made that decision. Prisma says third. Right. Okay, so more like 3 people said right. So we're just going to go with that. Okay. My crochet is not standing up on its own anymore. There we go. Okay, so we're going to need our thinner crochet hook for this yarn, I think. And this one's good. I'll do this quick. I've done these satchels so often now that I'm just gonna go for it. And just quickly make one. It's probably big enough. Okay. I think this hook might be actually too small for what we need, but whatever. We're just gonna figure it out. We're almost done, by the way. And hey, if you haven't yet, please like this video down below, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon, and share Club Crochet with someone in your life that thinks that they might like it. Here's an easy way to do it, actually. Share Louie's Loops channel, because the Louie's Loops channel, basically what I'm trying to do on the Louie's Loops channel is share my crochet there, but it's not about tutorials. So I'm not going to be teaching how to crochet. So the idea is it's going to be a little bit more of a broader audience. So if you have someone in your life that you think might just like the things that I make, but not necessarily want to learn how to crochet, send them over to my Louie's Loops channel. Find one of the recent videos. I have like a bunch of them. They're called Not Overthinking It. You should go watch them because I think you'll like them in general. But also, I think they're very shareable. You know, they're very easy to consume. They're only like 30 seconds long, and they're just like, hey, here's something that I made. I was having a problem because I was just overthinking social media too much, because I don't like social media a lot, so I overthink it all the time. And so what I was trying to do in that series is basically just record something, post it, don't think about it, don't like edit it a bunch and overthink what it's gonna be and what this and that and the other thing. Just do it and post it. Turns out people are really responding to it in a really cool way that makes me feel just really like warm and fuzzy of just knowing that, like, oh my gosh, I can share my crochet in just a chill way. I don't need to go over and beyond and above and like edit together these things that take me 5 hours to edit just to get like 30 views. I can just kind of share and just be myself and not have to like be self-conscious about how I'm seen on camera. I don't know, there's something about like these live streams don't feel similar, like because I'm hanging out with you and I'm talking to you and I'm like just being me, you know what I mean? But sometimes when I'm sharing stuff, I have a hard time doing that and just being myself because I'm overthinking who's seeing it, because it's going to a broader audience. It's not just going to this like small audience of people that I know are fans of what I make, which basically is you that's watching this right now. It's going out to like a bigger, broader audience of people that might not be crocheters or whatever. So I don't know, it's been very rewarding. I've done it for 15 days straight now. I have to record one for tomorrow still, but I think I'm going to keep it up. I have easily a year's worth of these characters to share. Maybe I'll share this one tomorrow, actually, yeah, let's share this one tomorrow. You know what, help me come up with the backstory for this guy right now, so I can kind of walk you through it. So we got Professor Bonaparte. He is an archaeologist. We'll have him in this world that we built, which is called Gumia. So he's an archaeologist from the Forgotten Islands. And actually, I don't know if I'll share this one tomorrow because I just shared a dinosaur earlier this week. And I'm trying to like separate things a little bit more. I think that he is like, he feels like he's a rich, like he's a well-off dinosaur that's gotten into archaeology in his old age or something, maybe? I don't know. What's this guy giving? What kind of vibes is the professor here giving you? Maybe he's discovered something on Gumia. Maybe he's... So in this world that I've been building and designing called Gumia, there's all these artifacts. I've actually been really thinking about lore a lot. Like way too much probably recently. Hey, I think that's probably long enough, right? For our satchel? Yeah, I don't think it needs to be bigger than that. We'll go with that. Okay, wait. Do I want to do... Yeah, I'll just single crochet across. Okay, so I've been thinking about a lot of lore of this world. Like, what is this world about? Like, where are things from? There's a lot of, like, fake science that's behind the world. Like, there's certain characters that are actually from different planets and evolution that's done certain things. Anyhow, in this world, there's a forgotten island, which is a world of dinosaurs, essentially. But the basic idea is that it's... Sorry, I need to half think while I'm doing this. The basic idea is that it is a... that these crocheted dinosaurs characters used to be all over the Forgotten Island, or used to be all over Gumia, but now they only are really on the Forgotten Island. And I don't really know why they're only there, but what I do know is that on this Forgotten Island that's filled with dinosaurs, they're actually pretty advanced. They don't necessarily have an advanced like technological system or anything like that, but what they do have is an advanced legal system. So they really like litigation and law and stuff like that. But then there's some dinosaurs like Rosa or the Bibliosaurus here that are into other things. But they have a really robust legal system there. And in addition to that, there's just a bunch of different characters that feel different ways about certain things. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we want to do 1, 2, maybe 3. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Skip 3 and then single crochet 2. And 2 would be right there. So then this will go over. We'll sew a button on there. That'll keep this bag closed. It'll be kind of a big button, but you know what? I think that'll look really cute. I'll do one more round of covering up that buttonhole. Anyhow, so Professor Bonaparte here is going to be a character in that world. And And I like the idea that he found artifacts. So here's another big thing. In this world, there are artifacts all over the place of like, there's buttons, there's needles, there's just like random crafting materials all over the place. Popsicle sticks and things like that. And there's actually a reason for it that I kind of like barely touch upon in the new book. But I'll probably touch upon it in a future book if I get a chance to write a second one. And the idea is that there's these things that appear in this universe. They're called rips in space twine. And a rip in space twine happens because it's a fabric universe. So that means that the threads of the fabric of reality are a little thinner in this universe, which means that they get rips in space twine a little bit more often than other universes do. And those rips rip into other universes where either the veil is thin or, you know, just by happenstance it rips into another universe. Well, one of the things that it rips into all the time, I think, are basically like craft stores. Drawers, your drawer at home, when you're like, where the heck did that thing go? Maybe there was a little rip in space twine in this other universe, and that I don't know, those pins that you really liked got disappeared and they appeared in this other universe. And so over time in this universe, you know, like things cover up let's do this button. Give it a little color, like that, right? It's pretty cute. Okay. Yeah, I like this button a lot. Okay, we're gonna go with this one. So actually, you know what? Let's go with a more natural button. Yeah. Sorry, I know we're like pushing time right now, and I'm sorry about that. Are there dinosaur fossils? I don't know necessarily if there's going to be like, if there's like fossils. Yeah, I mean, sure, right? Because I don't know. I don't know if necessarily there's going to be like fossils. Because what do you leave behind as a crochet, you know? Like, you just kind of leave behind yarn. I like that. That's a little bit more of a natural button. Okay. But one of the things that they do find is artifacts, like all over the place. There's a whole area in the world called the Batonian Bluffs, and it is a giant mountain that's filled with buttons. And the idea is, I don't talk about this in the book, so you're definitely getting insider info right now. But the idea is that in the Batonian Bluffs, there was once upon a time, long eons ago, there was a giant rip in space twine that opened up inside of the mountain itself, and it let out just a huge amount of buttons. And then these buttons over time got snagged on all the threads in the mountain and slowly left openings all in the mountain. So there's all these gaps in the mountain and holes. And then other creatures from Gumia found this mountain and found these holes, and then buttons are they're an artifact, so that means that they're rare and hard to come by. So they became like a source of currency in Gumia, and so now there's a source of currency called buttons in Gumia, and these artifacts, these buttons are being mined out of this mountain, and some beings like dwarves made homes and cities in the mountains. Which there's another series of characters in this book that have since taken over and have kind of shoved the dwarves out and stuff, but I'll talk about that later. But the point here is that there are artifacts all over the place. So I think that our dino here should probably be an archaeologist that digs up ancient artifacts that are really ancient artifacts from the Forgotten Island. So things that really people have not seen in a long time. And I don't know what those necessarily could be, but it probably should be relatively rare crafting materials or something like that. So maybe safety pins or maybe even a Lego. Ooh, a Lego would be pretty fun. Yeah, let's give him let's put a Lego in his bag. That'd be funny. Hold on, I actually have a Lego. I just bought a bunch of Legos for something, so that'll be a really funny thing to add. But yeah, any other ideas like that you think we should add to this, or any kind of like character development now that you understand kind of like the context of the lore of the world? Any ideas? I'm open to thoughts. Ooh, okay, Timothy is picking up what I'm putting down. Timothy says, hold on, I need to read this. I love that. Oh my gosh, you guys are so creative. Oh my gosh. Okay, wait. I love what you guys are coming up with here. Okay, so let's start with Kristen's. We'll go in order of what people suggested. Kristen said, okay, well, let's start with Prisma, which is pretty much what I just said. It would be ironic if he wasn't an archaeologist of dinos, but of ancient alien culture. Yes. I don't think it's necessarily alien culture. It might be aliens, but I think it's just creatures that aren't dinosaurs in general is, I think, the fun there. And then Kristen said maybe he accidentally found a new fossil while vacationing somewhere on Gumia, and it woke him up to the joy of archaeology. I love that idea. That's a fun idea. I like that. So he got the joy of archaeology outside of the Forgotten Islands, came back to the Forgotten Islands, and now is being an archaeologist there and finding maybe artifacts from ancient past or something. I like that. Timothy's is great. Okay, wait. Timothy says he's looking for answers as to why his grandfather disappeared on the Forgotten Islands many years ago. The clue may lie in the cave joined yarn knots where it said missing pieces to buttonholes have ethereal powers. Oh my gosh, I love it, Timothy. I love it. Yes. And so like there's, oh, that's silly. I love it. I love where you're going. I love the idea of magic, because there is magic in this world. There are wizards and witches. There is a council of 5, I think, wizards. 5 great wizards of Gumia. One of them is this guy. Hold on, I'll show you. You'll love this, because we actually made this on a live stream once. This is one of the great wizards of Gumia. His name is Walter the Frog. He was just a normal frog, but in Gumia, the hat chooses the wizard, and so he fell asleep in a witch's cauldron, and a mushroom hat sprouted on his head, and the hat chooses the wizard. So ever since, he's been one of the great wizards of Gumia. And he does silly things like he turns all the button flies purple sometimes, or he just does funny things. He's the wizard of the Woolly Woods, and he's got this whole other like story about him too that I'll have to save for another time. I think this is too long, so I think I'll remove a couple of chains here, maybe 3 chains before I connect it. 1, 2, 3. Pretty good. And do I want to slip stitch it all the way across? Are we happy with how thin this strap is? I think we're fine with the thickness of the strap, to be honest. So I think I'll just slip stitch it over here and then hide the ends in. So like this. Go over to that side. And then we'll just slip stitch it in. And then we'll hide these ends in. But yeah, anyhow, I like the idea of the fact that this guy's finding artifacts that actually have magical properties. Very, Indiana Jonesy. That's fun. Okay. Will this fit on him again? Yeah, we're gonna have to go from the bottom to the top. Whatever, we're just gonna hide these ends in and I'm gonna make it fit. Okay, let's hide these ends in and then we'll start adding artifacts to his body. Sounds like I fell down the world building rabbit hole. Oh, absolutely. I mean, I've been building this for a long time. I have an entire like world of like it was a role-playing game that I was designing for Stitched. It was supposed to be like an add-on to the base game of Stitched where you could actually play a story. It's called The Reflections of Larg. And it was a story about like the history of the goblins and stuff, and it is now canon in Gumi, because there's this whole backstory of like goblins in Gumia, because there are goblins in Gumia, but there's goblins all over the universe of what this is. So this goes much further than just the planet of Gumia. There's like an entire universe here, and you meet aliens in this, and you start to like explore different creatures. You find out that like some creatures on Gumia think that they're from Gumia, but really they're aliens and they don't even know that they're aliens. So you start learning about things like that in it. Anyhow, there's a whole backstory about the goblins too. And goblins are all over the universe of this Yarny universe that I've been building. That I actually don't have a name for whatever this universe is. But there's a whole backstory on why the goblins are everywhere. Okay, look, this satchel. Look at this. Okay, it actually works. We can put stuff in it. And if we want it like this, then we want to go like... So we need this to go... I guess we can try going over the head. Just need to be careful with it. Nice, okay. Make sure we go around the monocle. Make sure his arm's on the outside there. Okay. Alright, I love the satchel. Cool. Love it. Okay. I'll have it go down a little further there. Now, I think we can fill the satchel up with some stuff. And I also think, I mean, we need to give him his little necklace. So let's give him his little necklace of, his little tooth necklace here. And we unfortunately are going to need to use glue for this. Actually, I was going to use that white yarn, but I think it'd be better if we use this jute yarn, cut it, and then fold it in half. So that way it's got more of a natural, like, strap to it. Just like this. We'll split it. Okay, we're almost done, by the way. I just need to give him a couple artifacts. Do we have any ideas on other artifacts that we wanted to give this guy? I can't remember. Did we talk about that at all? Like, do we want to give him, I don't know. What kind of little crafted thing do you think that I could Oh, a Lego. We talked about a Lego. That would be good. We need something to glue this onto. Let's go with this. And we'll do a dab of glue on the back of this. Okay. There we go. Just a small amount of glue. And then halfway through, sit down. I hope this stays glued really well. I honestly don't have high hopes in this staying glued on. Probably should be using hot glue instead. I'm going to do another dab on top of that dab. Like that. And then we're going to have to wait on that to dry off. Okay, so we're going to let that dry. I'll just put this to the side. Maybe that's his grandpa's tooth. Okay, so we'll just let that dry off here to the side, and let's find some artifacts to put in this bag. So I think for starters, I think a Lego is hilarious. We found a Lego, which should be like really rare. You know, like, what is this thing? Even said Lego on it. Maybe I shouldn't use the, maybe I should try using a generic Lego instead. Whatever. Whatever. We won't get in trouble. Toss a Lego in this bag. Okay. What else should we add to it? Ooh, a curved embroidery needle. That might be good. Yeah. Or like, here, let me go through my big thing of miscellaneous shit. How about whatever the heck this is? It's like a golden, weird circle thing. Even I don't know what that is. So we'll add that to his pack. Nice. Let's see what else we find. Oh, definitely. Let's throw a bead in there. Right? Like, for sure. Okay. That bead out there. Oh, I got the perfect thing. Oh my gosh, I got the perfect thing. I love adding these parts in. Hold on, you're gonna love this. Okay, so we got... Where is it? I literally just saw it and I was like... Yes. This. A fortune. Fortune cookie fortune. This one says, from a past misfortune, good luck will come to you. Oh my gosh, that's perfect for an archaeologist. I love that. I love that. Okay. So we're going to go and take this and we're going to roll it up like this. And only we will know what is written in here. And then we'll take some yarn. Let's use just this green yarn's fine. There we go. And then we're just gonna tie a knot. This fortune. That. Do another one here. Boom. Boom. Okay, so now he's got a fortune. Love that. Okay, so he has a Lego, a fortune. I think this might be enough, right? Lego, a fortune, a bead, that weird gold thingy, and then we can just close this. Hold on. We need to make sure this fits in there. Like this. I might need to get a smaller Lego piece. I want it to fit in there, but also kind of be like sticking out the sides so you can tell it's like a very full satchel. Nice, that's pretty good. Hold on, see, maybe we can get that Lego in there a little bit better. Uh-oh. Oh no, his satchel. Oh no, no. Hold on. Don't fall apart. Hold on. I can fix this. Wait. Ah, his bead! Okay. Let's fix this shit. Okay, everything's falling apart. Oh golly jeepers. Get that gold over there too. I really should have attached this better. You know what? Maybe we just redo this strap because this side is gonna fall apart too. I think. Maybe not actually. Okay, we'll just reattach this side. Boom. I think we need to chain one more. Okay, pull that through. Through. Pull that really tight so it doesn't come undone. Nice. And hopefully neither of these ends will come undone. There we go. And you know what? I'm just gonna knot it to this so that to make sure it doesn't come undone. If you can. It's really difficult. Not gonna lie, I'm having a hard time. Fragile, come on. Wow, okay, one. Nice, one, and then we'll double knot this. Oh my god. Whew, alright. Almost done, guys. Sorry it's taking so long. Nice. Okay. There's double knotted in there. It should not come undone now. It should secure at least that side. This side I'm a little bit worried about, but I'm actually less worried because that's a more secure knot. Okay. Now let's add this to his side. Delicately over the head. Okay. Let's try this again. Let's fill up his satchel with goodies. Alright, so we got golden thingamabob. What's a majigger? A bead, a purple bead. Little note, or a little, what's it called? A thingamabob. There we go. Lots of thingamabobs. Thingamajigs. Alright. Throw that in there. Nice. Okay, that's a little bit, it's a little stuffed up, but I feel like it's pretty good. And then I like the idea, someone said give him a... Someone said to give him a curved darning needle. But I almost think that he should have like a toothpick instead. Like this. Let's see if this is solid now. Oh no, I think I just messed it all up. This thing's gonna fall apart, no doubt. But whatever, let's just attach it to him. It needs more time to dry, but I kind of just want to get it on his body and let it dry there. Might even glue it to him. Which might be nice. Do we go over? We must have to go over the satchel. Actually, you know, we can go under the satchel. We'll go under it. Okay. Delicate. Oh, it already came undone. Yay, cool. Like that. And then under this other side. That. Cool. And then we'll just double knot this on the back. Nothing too complicated here. Because I think the residual glue is going to keep this in place anyhow. Stuff that knot behind his jacket. This guy's got a lot going on with him. And then we'll throw this toothpick in his arm. So he's got a little walking stick. Probably should have it on the other side, but that's okay. We'll do it on this side. Like that. Alright. Hey, dudes, what the heck even? Hold on, I gotta get that little piece of... There we go. I think we are done. I'm going to call it there because that is a lot going on with this guy. Professor Bonaparte is completed. Okay. Let's look at it from all angles here. Look at Professor Bonaparte. Oh my gosh, that's so freaking cute and silly. Gosh, look at the little Lego in there. That's so funny. His little bone. So that's, I think that's his father's tooth. I like that idea. Wow, he is wild, dude. Perfect name. MVP of today is gonna be Timothy, who came up with the name. You are the MVP of today. Coming up with a lot of lore too. But everybody else gets extra credit. Thank you so much for everybody's advice and thoughts and suggestions in the chat. Thank you guys so much for being here. What a fun dinosaur live stream. This one was really cool. I'm excited to see what else we end up making soon. Very fun one. What a weirdo though. I love him. You're so cute. His little hat. How do you look without the hat? He actually might look pretty good without the hat too. But I like it. I like the hat. Let's keep the hat on. This is crazy. This is a crazy one. You're totally correct in saying this is a crazy one. This one was wonderful. Thank you guys so much for being here. We'll be live again next Friday. What am I making next Friday? I'm not really sure, but we'll be here 4 p.m. or 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Let me see. Do I have it written down what we're making? Oh, it's supposed to be a Gumi crochet along. So actually we might be making the Gumi that is going to be given away in the next giveaway. So if you want to, yeah, we'll make a Gumi next week. That'll be fun. And thank you, Kaylin. I will check my email. I need a break, but I'll get to your email by the end of the weekend. I promise. If I don't, feel free to reach out and bug me. Like, no worries at all. Feel free to reach out. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining. I love Professor Bonaparte. He is so cute, and what a fun addition to our customized dinos that I will never let go. I've been giving away a lot of these ones, and I don't want to give this ever away. I love him so much. He's so cute. Maybe he'll be a character in the next version. Anyhow, oh, speaking of characters, if you want to give feedback on my game Battle Goomies, reach out to me. Just email me directly, Louie, Louie, at Club Crochet, CLUBCROCHET.com. Email me and say, hey, I want to try your new game out. I really am looking for feedback, so I'd love any feedback that you could. Thank you guys so much again for watching. I hope we'll see you guys in the next one. Make sure to like and subscribe down below. And support us on clubcrochet.com. All right, pasta la pizza, happy hooking, and I'll see you next week. Bye, everybody. Goodbye. Goodbye. Oh my gosh, stop. You hang up first. No, you hang up first. Oh my gosh, you're making me blursh.
No, you hang up first. No, you hang up first.
Okay, fine, I'll hang up first. Bye.